Yo! What up, boys? Did I see German stream? Dude, it's so sick. I have not demented. Is it good? I do leave tomorrow, but I get to do Germa stream, which is going to be sick, guys. It's good? If it's good, then that's good. Because I saw they made one. I talked about making one, and then they made one, and I was like, oh, it's probably good. I just got the merch. Let's go, Maxi Jovi. Still no Goose Game? Is that what you're waiting for, the Goose Game? Did you just use your own emote? How is Bronchos? Nice. No chat on screen? Saved! Are we in sub only, or is everyone here just subbed? We're not in sub only. Everyone here is just subbed. Fair enough.
Peggy 3.
Peggy 3. Why did you not bring Cutie with you to the Inferno shoot? I don't think that's how it works. I guess. Yo! Check your Wikipedia film credits. Dude, I made up the name Bellboy too. I made it up. It's not a thing. Dude, I love Dexerto because I can say anything and they just write it down as if I am being genuine. Like, what is this? What is this? How the fuck do they exist? How do you say 19 in French? Dick's nuts. Am I right? Is it Dick's nuts? Dick's nuts in my mouth? I'm fluent, bro. Did I laugh at the dream nail joke? I recoiled. I think I vomited in my own mouth. Do you guys see this tweet? Carl tweeted out his fingernails. I replied with my fingernails. And then this person said, did you finger Dream? Because I have green nails right now. My God. That is so graphic. And for what? My God. Did you record your latest YouTube intro high? I don't... Actually, maybe. I don't think so, though. What is my latest YouTube intro? Okay. Fuck TikTok. No! What do you think? I gotta be high to say fuck TikTok? Okay, people been saying this for a long time. Why? Why would you assume? No, I just said fuck TikTok. Please tell me everything you know. We got a lot to talk about today, boys. Holy shit, 5 gifted from BVX Rochelle. Yeah, look, I wrote down, actually, I have a little notepad on some college advice and also some fun college stories that I didn't really have the opportunity to tell you guys in the past. But I think it'll be cool. And we'll go through that. Also, some unusual memes today. We have a Hive Mind season finale. A lot to get through. But first and foremost, can we talk about Jerma's stream? Hive Mind starts at 6. Have you guys been watching this? Holy shit. I wish I couldn't stream today so I could watch this. But I gotta stream because I gotta farm some YouTube videos because I gotta leave to go do this. I'm so excited to do this stream now that I've watched it. It's phenomenal. Go to sleep, make food, take a shower. I want to see your cock and ball, Jerma. I don't understand how his stream works. Well, basically, he has like a giant dollhouse. It's kind of like The Sims. I can say that because I'm not on the stream yet. and he just lives life, and chat picks what he does. So I just voted for him to take a shower, but other people are going to vote for him to sleep or make food. And whatever option's the most voted is what he's going to do. It's insane. It's so well produced and funny. Do you actually think your viewers are going to college? I mean, like what? 70%, 75% of my viewers are American. Probably most of them are from some middle-class family. If they have enough time to watch me on twitch.tv, probably going to end up going to college. I would say at least like half my viewers have gone or are going to go to college. I start Monday. College is hype, dude. Let me tell you, I have a wealth of knowledge. Okay? I was a legend in college. They called me Big Dick Durs. I walked around like Van Wilder, but I graduated with 2 degrees. They also called me Double Major Durs. Anders. My middle name is Anders. Yeah, I'm pumped to do German stream. So tomorrow I'm going to go. I'm going to do, I think, some rehearsal stuff. And then I'll be on there the 19th. Or no, excuse me, the 20th and the 21st. They called you the creepy guy who vlogs their runs. No. No, that was not until later, okay? That did happen, but not until later. What will I be doing on it? I don't exactly know yet, to be totally frank. I'm not going to be... I told Jerma very clearly, I just want to accentuate the stream. It's about Jerma, but you know what I mean? I got my merch today. Let's go! Am I going to VidCon? All right, when is VidCon? Should I go? Are you guys going? Do you guys want to hang out? Should I go to VidCon so we can hang out? It's October 22nd. Is anyone going? I love TwitchCon. Where's VidCon? That's actually a good question. It's in Anaheim. Yeah, if it's in fucking LA, dude. Yeah, I'll go. If it's in LA, I'll go. It's kind of brain dead to not go. I'm going to ask YouTube if I can get a dusty corner for everyone to just salute me as they walk by. Then I'll have my 3 friends while Jay Schlatt's over in the corner, literally being carried out. Yeah! We're so happy you uploaded 2 videos this year! Yeah! Day 777 of daily uploads. You never showed the shoes yesterday? Got you. Zach with the K, thank you for the 17 months. Mags, what's up? Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate you, Mags. This is the great thing about making new friends. They legally have to sub to you for life. The more friends, and you guys aren't my friends, to be clear. Mags is my friend, but my subs are not my friends, but my friends should be my subs, or else I end my friendship with them. That's how it works. It's emotionally abusive. Financially profitable. It's like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. Thank you for the subs, boys. Hype train flooding right now. If you guys haven't already, just do me a favor. Double check to see if you got a Twitch Prime available. Ooh! Wait, hold up. I want to vote. Miscellaneous, I think would be funny. But anyway, you click on the subscribe button, you scroll down, you see if the checkbox says free Prime sub, and then you hit subscribe free. 3 clicks, 1 free sub. Just double check to see if you got it. Is Sykkuno sub to me? No, he's not sub to me. He's tier 3, that simp. My God. He's a tier 3 sub. Like, shit. Wait. Previously sub for 7 months. What the fuck? I'm subbed like 18 years to this guy. Tier 3'd out of my mind. Gifted like 7,000 subs, 46,000 bits. Giving him my heart, my soul, my compassion. Hopefully my love. Forever, but I'm officially done with that motherfucker. Professionally and romantically. I'm sorry, Psych TWT. I can only do so much before I have to think about myself. Kickball or board game? Or house upgrade? Thank you for the 5 gifted. Holy shit, Shaheen. That makes up for everything that Sykkuno ever did wrong to me ever. Kev, thank you the Prime. Legendary Slowpoke, thank you the 18 months. Oh, wait, Sykkuno's live.
Usually in most, games I've played, Hunter means ranged weapon. Well, equip armor. I got prism armor.
What?
Are you gonna do the day in life idea?
Yeah. We'll set that up today.
Huh? Wait, Ludwig's here too. And
he's in voice call. This is perfect. I can go harass him. Sykkuno, where do you get off?
What? Ludwig?
Who gives you the right?
What do you mean?
You unsubscribed from me.
I did?
Yes.
Ludwig, I'm doing a sponsor, right?
I love Sega in this game so much.
What?
Almost as much as I love our old friendship.
Wait, Ludwig, I'm not gonna lie. I've usually someone gifts me a sub to you. I've never actually.
Oh, it was never real, Ludwig.
No, I would, but it doesn't let me when.
Toast, it hurts so much. Almost as much as it hurts that I'm not playing Phantasy Star Online 2. One of the greatest online games I've ever played.
What? Ludwig, are you sponsored too?
No, but enjoy. See you later, guys.
All right. Yeah, see you later. Thanks for joining.
Wow.
Dude's so fake, he could join the Kardashians.
You're my mans.
Anyway, boys, how's it going? I gifted him a sub. It's okay. More money. Woo! This is huge. All right. By show of hands, how many of you guys are starting your first year or another year of college? Perhaps it's your second year, but last year was weird because of COVID. Maybe your third, fourth year. Perhaps this is your first year. Maybe you're a senior and you're applying for colleges because you're going to go in a year. What's going on? A lot of college grads. Tim, there's no shot you're in college. Tim, stop smiley face saying me. You are not in college, bro. I actually don't know what the fuck you do, Tim. I would love to know what the fuck you do. Which is why, actually, I talked about this yesterday, but let's set it up today. I had this brilliant idea. I struggle greatly with knowing my viewers. In fact, I find it incredibly difficult to imagine that 10,000 people right now are watching me within 15 minutes of going live. How does it even make sense? What are you guys doing? You guys are watching me live on Twitch. Are you on your phone? Are you on your computer? Are you doing other shit right now? You're typing in chat. 1,000 of you. What about the other 9,000 who don't type? What are you guys doing? Am I on your second monitor? Are you in a game right now? I don't know these things, but I want to. So let's start a new series on this channel.
You're my mans.
And to do this, I'm going to make a Google form called Day in the Life of a Ludwig Viewer. The object is simple. Make a video about a day in your life from waking up to going to bed. Must include how you watch me in the video and whatever else you do. Here's an example of a day in the life video to follow along. Best day in the life video gets a Mogul Moves bidet and VIP. Here's an example.
You're my mans.
Which one's a good one? Honestly, the Japanese butcher's good.
This is a day in the life of a Japanese butcher.
Germa stream ended? No, it's just on commercial break, right? Oh, he has a 90-minute break and then day 2 starts? No, this is 27. No, Ludwig, you're an hour, 21 minutes, 27 minutes. Okay. An hour, 21 hour. A day, 21 hours, 27 minutes, and 34 hours. So basically, what I'm looking for is kind of like this style of video. Obviously, this is made by someone else, so it's going to be a little bit different because you're going to be making your own day in the life. But I want to see the time you wake up. Some B-roll of you getting up. You're going to do some Casey Neistat shit where you film yourself going back to bed and then waking up.
This is Teru, 44 years old in a suburb of Tokyo, and he's just waking up for work.
When's it due? No time in particular. I'll say September 1st. I'm too lazy for this. I think most people will be too lazy for this. But let's be honest. There are 13,000 people in here. About 10,000 are too lazy to type in chat. And about 2,990 will be too lazy to do the activity. But 10 of you guys will. I only need like 10 people to do it. I don't want 1,000 videos.
You're my mans.
I just think it'd be cool. It would help me understand more. Because I'm confused all the time. The only viewers who I can relate to is just when I think of myself as a kid, and I would go home, I would take a 2-hour nap from like 3 to 5, and then I would wake up, and then I would watch Call of Duty YouTubers, and then I would play Call of Duty. And I can envision someone with that type of schedule, but that's, you know, that was just my life. I don't know other people's lives. So I'd be curious to see a day in the life of a Ludwig viewer. Example video. Deadline is September 1st, 2021. And then URL, and then you just put the URL in here. And I think that's all you really need is URL, right? My life's too boring. I think you underestimate it. You know what I realized, and this helped me a lot, and this will help you guys. Everybody's life is boring. Like, people do dope shit, but everyone's life is pretty boring. Life's just full of monotony, scheduling, routine for everyone. And those who don't have those things usually have their lives fall apart pretty fucking fast. Because I remember when I was younger, before David Dobrik was current David Dobrik, I would watch some David Dobrik videos, and I'd be like, man, he's always doing dope shit. And then I realized that, no, 90% of his day is sitting on his couch, editing videos, or sleeping. And then, like, 10% he'll go out and go do fun shit. But most of his life, he's just sitting on his couch. And when I went to dinner and I saw famous actor from Sky High, what's his name again? Kurt Russell. I saw Kurt Russell and I was like, oh, this dude just goes to dinner like me. This dude actually just goes to boring ass dinners like I do. So here's how I treat life. Life's not about having an exciting life. It's about having exciting things that you can look forward to. And everyone has exciting things they can look forward to in life. You know? Whether it's like an upcoming holiday and you're going to hang out with a huge family or huge group, or you have some trip planned, some vacation, you're starting something new, a concert. That's what life is. It's doing your daily routine bullshit to keep you in check, then having a random weekend where you're going out to Coachella to go have fun, do drugs, or go to some Christian summer camp where you get to do fun things and play on the fat people jump thing. You know. So my exciting thing right now is I have Jerma's stream. Tomorrow I'm going to go head out to go do Jerma's stream thing. That's exciting. That's fun. Can you sign the bidet? Sure. In the vid, do you want the fun shit we do or the normal day-to-day? It can be any day you want, really. I mean, it can be a more fun day. I wouldn't plan things for this day to make it seem like your life is more dope than it actually is.
Are you hiring for Muggle Moves?
No shot. But thank you for asking. I have been wondering what it is like to be a Ludwig viewer. I'm challenging people to make a video of a day in their life. I'll just copy paste this. Submit in the Google form, not in reply to the thread. All right, there you go. Day in the life of a Ludwig viewer. And I think if I go to old Reddit, hold up, and then I do make announcement, yes, and then go here, it'll be the top post. What? Pin to profile? Wait, why doesn't it work? Oh, there it is. I just saw you on Shroud stream on the front page of xxx.com. Dude, stop trying to get me with this. You're doing the same exact thing. It's literally the same website I made. You did fake testimonials. You have merch you made that's... nothing is original. If you're going to have that little creativity, just go on TikTok. You'll be the biggest star in a week. Okay, wait. I see a lot of people are already posting links. Okay, I should have thought about this ahead of time. People are just going to spam the Google form thing and ruin it. How do I stop people being cocks? Real dicks. Ah, I know. I will make them attach their email. And then I will dox them. Simple. And I'll also add a different question asking for their Twitch username. And then ban them if they're not following the assignment. Genius! All right! Fake username, fake email. I mean, yeah, then I just won't do the content. I mean, feel free to spam it and ruin the content idea. All right, I'll just turn off submissions for now. You know what? I'm actually going to scrap this idea. Anyway, boys. Wait, I think there's a way to force them to sign into Google. And then they can put in a fake email, but I get their actual Google email. Five head? But I'll just ignore it. And then I'll just make a mod go through it. It'll be fine. You have too many dumbass to watch? Well, no, it's fine. I'll just make a mod go through it all like I do on ban forms. And then they'll just clear through it. They'll never get a crumb of attention, but, you know. This can be a part of their day in the life. For like 30 minutes a day, I just troll and post on shit because I don't got that much going on. What's the age minimum? 13, probably, because you can't be above that age to be on Twitch, usually. Am I allowed to show my daily 1-hour wank sessions? Okay, be tasteful, please. The more you talk about it, the more they do it. Oh, I hope they do it so they just waste a few minutes of their life. Oh, you could also use a hashtag on YouTube. Yeah, I think people would spam that as well. Everything will get spammed, but as long as it's through a Google form, then it'll never be public, because I'm not going to go through the Google form. I'll just have some mods go through it, and then it'll be easy. By the way, do you guys see this video? This is from the bonus episode of the podcast.
Aiden is so high, he hasn't spoken for the last...
So if you don't know, for some context, the Yard had a Patreon release, and the Patreon did super well. And I said on the podcast before the Patreon release, if it hit 1,000 members, we would do an episode after taking an edible. And both me and Eamon took them because these two guys are sober men. And I was very wrong. The Yard hit 3,800 members in a week, which is crazy. That's crazy. Twitter quality is dog shit. But this was from the bonus episode after Eamon had taken an edible. He rarely ever takes edibles. Nice dumpy, though.
Aiden is so high, he hasn't spoken for the last 45 goddamn minutes.
Yeah.
And he is leaving the set. No one has seen us use this fucking thing before.
Yeah, it's a hatch.
He's leaving to go get a snack.
But you haven't been irritated at all. Wait, we don't have water.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's huge.
This is huge. I pull it up a lot on refresh. All right. Okay. You did beat him. That's not the best pouring cup. Oh.
That's okay.
Eamon's back.
What's
hey,
up, Aiden?
Buddy Bear.
Hey, thanks for the water,
You got rice cakes? Nice glycemic index on those. You okay? You got it? Careful. Be careful.
I'm all
Aiden,
set.
sit down. We're rolling.
Get in position, Aiden.
How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Dude. It was too much water.
Stop.
It was too much water. That was so much water.
Careful. Be careful.
I'm all
Aiden,
set.
sit down. We're rolling.
Get in position, Aiden.
That was too much.
How are you feeling?
I feel great.
I think you stopped there. I put my hand out because I was like, this is too much water. The poor guy's getting doused in. And he kept going. Yeah, I put out the blocker, dude. I put out my bat wing to save him. $700 mic. It's $3.99, but the pop filter saves it. I love the yard. I don't think I've said this before, so I think it's fair to say this. I think this is the funniest yard episode yet. Admittedly, I was forced to take an edible before it, so I have a skewed version of reality. I'm not exactly a reliable source here. Did I see the Dollhouse stream? Yeah. I saw Germa's Dollhouse stream, and I'll be on it on the next episode, the 20th. I'll put it in the title because I think people will be curious. Who else will be in the Dollhouse? I believe the only other person who I'm allowed to leak is Kit Boga. Because I think Germa talked about that when we were doing Battleship. So Kit Boga, me, and Germa. You have any idea what happened to XQC? Wait, what do you mean? What? Nothing happened to him, right? Did something happen to XQC? XQCD's nuts? Are you serious? I can't tell if you guys are fucking with me, something happened, or this was an elaborate D's nuts joke. No, he's not even banned. His Twitch channel's there. Look, let's be honest. I think I know everything that happens with the XQC because anytime something happens, it'll be the top of LSF. So I'll just hear about it. All right, boys, we got to get to it. We don't have a lot of time because I got to go to do Hive Mind in a few hours. So let's jump to it. Do you guys want to start with college or maybe a little TikTok time, everybody? What say you? College, TikTok, TikTok, college, college, TikTok, TikTok, college. We could do a little TikTok time, get some lulls out of the way, and then hop over to college. Oh, this is a tight poll. I'm pretty sure college will win. I know my chat. I can read you guys. This is college. College by a long shot. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would have loved to do TikTok time, but we'll do it after. Fair enough. We'll still do TikTok right after. But I have received just a boatload of DMs. Genuinely the most DMs I've received in a while from people saying, hey, Ludwig, I need advice. And whenever I see that DM, my first thought is, holy shit, you are down bad. If you're going to me for advice, something wrong happened. I don't know what, But along the way, you fucked up. And I need you to know that if you've ever reached out and you thought to yourself, man, what would Ludwig do? You are in a bad spot, brother. All right? That is a bad thought to have. I should be bottom of that list. Okay? Quick recap. Got fired from every single job I had. Okay? This is true. Got fired from like pretty much every job I had. And I have an arts major, an arts degree that I don't use. I mean, I guess I speak English, but, you know, everyone kind of does that one. So I don't know. I don't know if I would. You're successful. I can't log into my own bank account. This is not a meme. I cannot do this. I have no way to log into my own bank account. Slime would have to log in for me. If he wants, he could embezzle all of my money in a Michael Jackson father scenario. I would not. I would wake up one day and he would be gone and he would leave me a note saying, you're fucked. And I would be like, I'm fucked. And I would still go live that same day and I'd play Jump King and then I would forget about it.
Smile, we love the art.
So, with all that being said, think I still have some interesting things to say about college specifically. Because although after college, when I became an adult, I became a shell of a human, in college, I was a god. All right? They used to call me Big Dick Durs. That's how much of a legend I was around campus. I went to the largest school, not just in America, in the world, by students, by student population. So I know a thing or two about going to college. All right? I know a thing or two. This is not cap. Okay, wait, it is cap, actually. What the fuck? How the hell do they have 7 million people? In what world? What? Okay, well, you know what? It did have a lot of people. $7 million? What the fuck is even that? Holy shit! I didn't know this either. Boys! You guys will remember that I graduated with 2 degrees from Arizona State University in 2017, which now has a total student enrollment of over 120,000. I moved from a small town in New Hampshire of about 10,000 people to a college with 120,000. And I graduated within 4 years, cum laude, with an average of 3.43 GPA for both of my degrees. And so I've learned a thing or two across the way. And I know a lot of people are going to start college this week, next week, or over the next month. Or maybe they're going back for another year of college, but things might be a bit different because your last year of college was weird. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to impart some knowledge on the youth of the world. And if you're in high school or maybe you're already past college, well, I'll have some fun stories for you, and maybe you'll just keep it in the back of your mind for the future. Who knows what'll happen? So let's get to it, boys. You guys good? You guys getting your high YouTubes out of the way? Keep it going. India has a higher population than the U.S. Yeah, way fucking higher. Are you kidding me? Harvest Moon. Okay. All right. I wrote down some notes. Okay? You're my man. Cuz I think you can boil down college to 3 easy things. That's pretty much all you need to do when you go to college is 3 easy things. First thing you have to do is make friends. The second thing is you can't fuck up. And then the third thing is you have to graduate. Those are basically the only 3 things you need to do when you go to college. But it's a little easier said than done. It's admittedly a little easier said than done. So we'll dive into them. Okay, we'll dive into some of the specifics. Okay? Starting with graduate college. Because I feel like this is a weird thing that I didn't know when I first joined college. But I'll just use mine, for example. I went to ASU. It has a population, again, of 120,000. What do you guys think the graduation percentage is in 6 years for someone who goes to ASU? You go, you're at your first year. What is the percentage of people within 6 years that graduate? Because this blew my mind. I assumed that if you're going to go to college, which is something that at least in America costs even in state like $10,000 a year with like housing, which they make you live on campus a lot of the time, and tuition and books and fees and whatever and food plans, that the people would try to graduate. But the graduation percentage for ASU is 67%. And that's within 6 years. The University of Arizona, 59.9%. Ugh, cringe. Grand Canyon University, 32%. All right? The numbers are low unless you're going to like Harvard or any Ivy League college, in which case you really don't want to miss your chance. All right, you got to get on your B rabbit and fully clutch it out. But a lot of these state schools, the graduation percentage is very low. And it's also where the majority of people are going to go. 30, 40, 50% of people drop out. It's a huge number. And you have to, everyone has this, and it's just a fact. Everybody has this. You have to recognize that you could be a part of that percentage. Look, I know we all like to think we're smarter than the average person, but you're not. There's 15,000 people in chat. No offense, 7,500. You guys are dumb as bricks. Dumber than average. 7,500 are slightly above average, maybe. All right, but not that high. Let's be honest. You guys are watching my dumb ass. If you guys are watching Clint Stevens, maybe be a little more five-head, but this is just how it is. If you were a Northern Lion fan, you'd probably be going to Harvard next year, but you're watching me. So you're probably going to a state school, or your name's automated. This is just the reality of the situation. So there's a chance that this could be you. Why do people drop out? Well, there's three big things. One, and this is a big one, they didn't calculate how much college costs. I don't know how, because everybody knows college is expensive, but for some reason, they start college, but they do not have the means to finish college. At which point, you probably shouldn't be starting college. This is just a reality. It does sneak up on you a bit, but, you know, you could plan these things out. There are ways to afford college, but you know, there's ways to do it. I mean, you can get a job. You can work at Starbucks, which gives you free schooling at Arizona State University. They have a partnership. You could join ROTC, which gives you free college. Join the Army. I don't know if I'd recommend that, to be honest, but you could. But there's a lot of ways to do it. The problem is a lot of the times people start it, and then they're like, holy shit, this is expensive as fuck. Community college is great. Maybe you should look and see, like, oh, wait, I don't think I can afford this for 4 years, and then maybe go to, you know, a community college or perhaps a Canadian college. That's not a bad idea either. But, you know, make sure you got the funds. And also make sure that you do everything you can. For example, when I went to Arizona State University, I applied and received a scholarship. It was the New American Scholarship, and it was because I had a pretty good SAT score. It wasn't great. I'll say what it was. It was 1290 out of 1600. It wasn't great, but by Arizona State University standards, I might as well have been a former Harvard grad student. They thought I was a fucking lord. I think also part of it was family circumstances, but yeah, 1290. It's not that bad. 1290 is fine. It's fine. 660 on math, 630 on reading. That's fine. It's whatever. When you took it to 2400, I did take it out of 2400, but West Coast schools never accepted writing. That's just how it goes. Usually West Coast schools are ACT, and they'll take only your reading and math for SAT. But I got a scholarship for that. I got a 1460. Okay, so this is your moment right now. If you got a higher SAT score than me and you don't have a scholarship, you are still dumber than me. And I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you the rules. If you are telling me right now that you got a 1500, but you're sitting there with zero scholarship, you're dumb as fuck. And that's on God. Admittedly, the way it works usually in America is if you get into a smarter, harder school, you are less likely to get a scholarship. And if you get into a dumber school like ASU with an 86% acceptance rate, you are more likely to get a scholarship. That's kind of how it works. So maybe you got into Stanford and that's, you know, you're just happy with that. That's fair. But you might not have tried to get a scholarship, and it's probably worth doing. My scholarship gave me $4,000 a semester, and tuition was $7,000. So I basically got half off, more than half off tuition. That was pretty goated. Now, I will say, don't make the mistake I did, because my scholarship was contingent on my merit. Meaning that I don't just get to have the scholarship and then keep it forever. I have to maintain a 3.0 GPA. In my first year of college, I did not get a 3.0 GPA. I, in fact, got a 2.5. This was in part because my first semester of college, I was going through a bit of a metamorphosis. You see, they say when you go to college that you leave behind high school and you can be a totally new person. In high school, I was a goofy kid, a class clown who would make jokes. I was a virgin. I was the soccer team's bench captain. I wasn't that cool, but people liked me. But I was like, in college, I'm going to be a Chad. So you know what I did? This is real. I showed up the first day I lived at a college dorm, because they make you live on campus sometimes. It was called Taylor Place. They had a party. I went to it. And when people asked me my name, I said, yeah, my name's Anders. Which legally is my middle name. Legally. All right? That is legally my middle name. This is true. But I thought I would have a new alter ego, a new coming of age. So I would go by my middle name, which is Anders. I know if you go to IMDb and you look up Hivemind, it says my middle name is short. This is a lie. I need to confirm that this is a lie. I don't know why this exists, but it isn't true. It's not true. This is fake. This is fake news. My middle name is Anders. Anyway, besides that, that's weird. Whoever made that, please revert it to Anders. Just saying. Anyway, moving on. I was Anders. I was Anders for the first, month. Every single person on my floor who came up to me, I told them my name was Anders. We went through it. It was easy because I could just make the joke from Workaholics. Anders, and I'd be like, yeah, like Workaholics. And they'd be like, fucking no shit, dude. And then there's also a joke in Workaholics where he goes, Anders with a hard on. Great joke. Stole that too. Easy clap. Yoink and twist. Except no twist for me. It got to the point where my roommate, who I literally got brunch with 2 days ago, still called me Anders 4 years through college. After a month, I switched back. I was like, I'm Ludwig now. I'm Ludwig again. But it was too late. It was too late. But the truth is, you can reinvent yourself in college. It's kind of dope, honestly. You are no longer the person, because as a human, you are who you are, but then you are also what people brand you as. You're branding. Even though if you're not a creator, you still have branding around you. You know what I mean? There is some branding that exists. When you go to college, you get new branding. It's kind of cool in a way. You know how Slime always says I'm hot? You guys know that? I hate Ludwig, dude. He's so hot, dude. He gets everything. He fucking rolls like Adonis. I wasn't fucking hot for 18 years. 20 years. It wasn't until I joined the Smash scene and started hanging out with people who have never heard the brand name CeraVe and who don't really keep up with their good looks at all that I started getting called hot. I had to hang out with the ugliest motherfuckers I could think of, Smashers, to start getting called hot. And then I just rolled with it. I kind of faked my way into somehow being considered hot by people. I don't think I'm hot still, but I've tricked enough people into thinking I'm hot that some people think I'm hot. This is a fact. You can say that this isn't true, but I had acne all throughout high school. I still have a bunch of acne scars. Sniper Get Down's a meme for a reason. I was pretty chubby. I wasn't even starting in soccer. I was riding the bench, so I wouldn't even do that much activity. All I had was slightly not that, slightly decently good looking, it's passable, I would say. Passable, but I had some low W's. That was it. I'm still chubby? Yeah, you're damn right. I didn't figure out working out until I got to college. This is reality. Fucking high school, nobody. If you ask anybody from my high school if I was most hottest high school, I wasn't even in the conversation, bro. You'd bring me up and that would get you a low W. Admittedly, I didn't do my hair back in high school. I didn't find that out until I graduated college. I had Bieber hair for the first 22 years of my life. I think I'm going to do a hair tutorial on YouTube, because I did one during the subathon, but I'll upload it to YouTube. Because look, you fuckers need to figure out what a blow dryer is. It takes 5 minutes a day. I swear to God. Any yearbook picks? I think I can just look up Ludwig. It just must exist on the internet, right? Actually, I'll go to Facebook. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys me when I was in high school. It's just on Facebook. Dude, I'm so fucking young. Holy shit. All right, this actually isn't high school, but this is my second year of college. This is 5 years ago. This is what I looked like. I look like a baby, dude. Cute but not fuckable. Thanks. Appreciate that. That's super cool. Yeah, let's go through my pictures and decide whether I'm fuckable or not. That is what we're going for here. Woo! No, I definitely have pictures. Hold up. What do I got to look up? I've put them on YouTube and Twitch before. I'll find it later. Yeah, the Zany Sidekick one. Stop calling me submissive and breedable. All right, relax. Relax. But look, this is all I'm just building up to say that that you know, you can be a new guy in college. All right? You don't have to go as far as to pick a different fucking name. That's a little overboard. I wouldn't recommend that. But, you know, if you were jock and you actually just like anime and want to be a weeb, you can do that. If you're a weeb and you want to be a jock and start working out, you can do that too. That's all chill. Nobody knows who the fuck you are, so you can be whatever you want to be. But back to the main point, which is graduating college. Because look, I remember my first day of college, my first year of college. I lived on a floor with a bunch of people, and everyone hung out with everyone. We actually had some pretty good friend groups on our floor in our dorm, which is kind of rare. Not a lot of people get that. And my second year of college, half of them dropped out. By the end of the year, a quarter of them were already gone. Some of these people were gone because money, but a lot of them were gone because of academic performance. The thing about college is I genuinely don't think it is that much harder than high school. People blow it out of proportion. They say, oh, it's going to be hard as fuck. If you're STEM, the answer is yes, it will be hard as fuck. But you're also a STEM major. You did that to yourself, okay? But if you're not STEM, it's genuinely not that hard. And if you are STEM, you can still do the same thing. And this is key. This is key. Write this down. Set a schedule. Make a juicy schedule. This is the key to college. The most important day of college is when you make your schedule for the semester. There are tools you can use to find not only which classes are going to be the easiest, but which teachers grade the easiest or are the nicest or don't care about attendance. These exist. There's a Chrome extension you can get for major state schools and even smaller private schools that will show you, rate my professor, yeah. They will show you what that professor is known to do. And let me tell you, professors, much like regular people, are very consistent. People are consistent. You can depend on them to act similarly semester through semester. So if I go to Arizona State University right now on this website and I look up Christopher Emery, who I believe is an English teacher I had, he is rated 5 point... no, wait. That's someone else in the department. Ludwig said he was great, so he's great. Look at that. That's funny. This guy, easiest class I ever had in my life. You couldn't skip his classes. Attendance was mandatory, and they'll tell you that. But if you showed up, you basically got an A. If he likes you, you'll do well. But if he doesn't, he'll look an excuse to dock points. Maybe he liked me. This could be true too. But honestly, the difficulty meter, it was free as fuck. And you can do this. You can do this for any teacher you want. All right? I remember, I don't know if this still exists because it was kind of fucked up, but I had the extension for Rate My Professor, and it would pop up on the actual sign-up page. And not only would it tell you how easy their classes were, it would tell you how hot the teacher was. This was fucked up, admittedly. This is like early Facebook shit where it was just rating people on a college campus. It would just say, like, though she had the biggest fucking milkers. Every time I showed up to psychology, I'd be like, hum. It was out of pocket. Yeah, it had a pepper rating. That's how they would do it. They would either be 1 chili pepper or 4 chili peppers. Now, I did not take into consideration the chili pepper scale as much at all. In fact, at all. All I cared about was how well I could learn and how well I could grow as a human. But this was a thing that exists. This is just how much information is out there and how much you could use when you're forming your schedule. Because there's 2 things you need to do. 1, how hard is the schedule you are making? And 2, how does this schedule let you have a social life? There's a few different strats, but the best possible strat is keep Fridays free. Usually there's 2 types of classes. It's 2 days a week or 3 days a week. And the 2 days a week are longer classes, and the 3 days a week are shorter classes. But you might as well do the 2 days a week longer classes. That way you get Fridays free. Or maybe you like to have your Wednesdays free and you book it like Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Friday. That's also possible as well. But you can literally line it up to do that. Part of the way you can do this, and this is super viable now, especially because of COVID, is making yourself do online classes. Online classes, especially for general education, because the way most colleges work, at least this is only America, by the way, because it's all I really know, is you have a total, 4 years is a myth. Really, all you need to do is 120 credits. And some classes are 3 credits, some classes are 4 credits, some classes are 1 credit. It really depends. But usually you need 120 total credits. On average, you need to do about 15 a semester, 30 per year, 4 years total. That's 120 credits. Then you graduate. A bulk of those credits are general education. These are things that you need to do to be an adult. You need 2 science classes and 2 math classes, unless you test it out. You need 1 English class and 2 arts classes. You need 1 class that teaches you how to do exercise and fitness. It depends on what college you are in, but basically half of your entire schooling is non-specific bullshit. And you can just usually do those online. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, right now. I imagine that no matter what school you're in, online classes are a dime a dozen these days because of COVID. They already have the infrastructure for it, so I imagine they just kept doing it. Here's the thing about online classes. 1, as long as you actually do the work, they're usually free. They're very easy. Sometimes you could even allegedly cheat. Not that I would recommend that. But 2, and this is the huge con that you should keep in mind, you won't learn anything at all ever. And that is important, I think. That should matter. Because although you are there for a piece of paper at the end of the 4 years that says, hey, now pay me more, Mr. Employer, to which the employer will say, no, but you can work for $15 an hour, which is what we pay everyone. Sorry to spoil that for you. But although you are there for a piece of paper, learning is important, I think. For example, I will give you 2 classes and you tell me which I took online. 1 was astrology, and the other was public speaking. Which one did I take online? Because motherfucker, I can't really tell you the order of the suns or the planets. I forget what you call them. I can't really tell you without doing the song from Drake and Josh. You're my mans. Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars. It's called astronomy. What did I say? No, I didn't say astrology. Okay, well, you get the fucking point. I learned a thing or two in the public speaking course. I got a 97 in that class. I was already good at public speaking, but it's not like I came out of the womb a fucking lordess of public speaking. There was definitely some things that I learned in that class, and that was helpful. It was actually a really good class. Also, Philosophy 101 I took in person. That was dope. Psychology 101 I took in person. That was dope. I would just say the classes that you have to do, but that are some trash shit. Like, I took all my science classes online. I took geometry and astronomy, not astrology. I took, what else online? I did my maths online, all that I could. Because honestly, I just did the math that I did in high school, but I just did it so I could get it out of the way. And then I did some like filler. Because at the end of the day, to fill 120 credits, you got to add some filler. So I had some random online classes. In the UK, you need 120 credits for the first year alone. It's so bad. I had 5 lectures a day, and each lecture was 2 hours with up to 3 lectures. You had it lucky. Yeah, that sounds like shit. That sounds like shit. I can't only speak from the NA perspective. Or actually not even NA, just American. North America. Not fuck shit. USA. But yeah. That's what I'll say is make sure you make the schedule easy for you. But also make sure you are on pace to graduate within 4 years. It's very easy to fall behind. Maybe you forgot about a class. This happens sometimes. Second semester classes, maybe you forget. Or maybe it's harder than you thought it was and you have to drop out. And then you only did 12 credits or something. Then you'll have to do more credits the next semester. It's going to make it hard on you. Make sure you're at least doing 15. You don't want to be there for more than 4 years because then you're paying more money than you gotta. College costs way too much in America. Way too much. Don't be there for more than 4 years if you can help it. All right? I loaded up. Usually some colleges cap you at 18 to 20 credits, but if you go to a guidance counselor, they can lift your cap and you can do more. You can meet with an advisor, and I did 21, 22, 23, 24 credit semesters, and I promise you, although it sounds like I was doing a shit ton of work, it wasn't hard because I made myself a super easy schedule. That's how I graduated with 2 degrees in 4 years. I graduated with about 140 credits because I did 2 degrees total in 4 years. I'm not saying you have to do that. If you're a STEM major, honestly, just do your 120, get in, get out. But if you're an arts major and you want to do a minor, you should probably load up on credits, and it's not too bad. If you want to do like a philosophy degree with a minor in music, that's not impossible to do. If you want to do a psychology degree with a minor or a double major in a foreign language, you can do that. It's like there's classes in subsects of degrees that align, and you can look this all up. There's a lot of good resources online. But for example, humanities degrees overlap like 90% of the way. And so you really only need to do like 15 or 20 extra credits, and then you can get 2 degrees. As long as you fulfill every single checkbox, you're good. It's pretty easy to do that stuff. STEM classes do overlap a lot as well. You could do 2 different STEM degrees and get 2 degrees in 4 years. That's not impossible because a lot of them overlap, but I don't know how much that helps you in the end. But look, you got to graduate in 4 years, I think. And this is going to be the hardest thing to hear, but don't switch your major. I know that's a little fucked, and you can switch early on. That's true. I would say more so don't pick your major until maybe a year in. But I every single friend I have met who has switched their major has either failed to graduate in 4 years or failed to graduate at all. And they end up paying like $20K, $30K, $40K more. And they have that all in debt that just loads up. It just gets fucked because when you start declaring a major and then doing major specific classes, those don't count anymore. Those are basically wasted credits that just disappear into the ethos. The money is gone, the time is gone, the credits are gone. You need to do something else. You can switch, but what I would recommend is doing as vanilla classes as possible for the first couple years, because again, you need 60 credits of general education that apply to pretty much every degree, in doing very few major specific classes, major specific courses. That way, you can decide later. For example, I wanted to be a journalist. That's what I went to college for. My goal was to be a journalist because I wanted to be a late night talk show host, and I thought that was the best degree for the job because there's no late night talk show host degree. So what I did is I applied for the journalism school because actually Arizona State University has like one of the top 10 journalism schools in the country. They have the Walter Cronkite School of Mass Communication and Journalism. It's the only journalism school sponsored by Walter Cronkite or vouched or whatever you call it. And so what I did, this guy's giving advice. Aiden, I am literally your boss. Sumimasen for the roast, king. Hey, get those papers on my desk by today, fucker. I don't know how I ended up his boss. This is sick. But I wanted to be a journalism student, right? You need a 3.0 to be a journalism student from high school. Do you know what my GPA out of high school was? 2.95. There is no wiggle room. I could not be a journalism student. So I said to myself, Ludwig, it's all right. First semester, I'll just bang out a 3.0, and then I'll go ahead and join the journalism school. After my first semester, you know what my GPA was? 2.53. And to get into the journalism school, you need a cumulative GPA of 3.0. Which means not only did I need a 3.0, I needed a 3.5 if I wanted to get into this school. So I hustled my balls off, and I got a 3.5 exactly. And I averaged a 3.02 GPA at the end of my first year. I did not declare a major until my second year, my sophomore year of college. My first year, I was completely undeclared. I was undecided. I couldn't, if I had wanted to, join the major I want. I couldn't do it. So you can wait a full year usually. Sometimes maybe it's only a semester, but oftentimes you can wait a full year before actually declaring your major. And I'm not saying you can't switch, but it'll make it really hard on you. I would recommend not switching from an arts degree to a science degree. Because the way it works is in America, you have arts degrees, humanities shit, psychology, philosophy, English, journalism. That is all kind of under the same umbrella. And a science degree is like, the computer engineering. I think even is business. I don't think a business is in there. But is business in there? All STEM shit, basically. STEM shit. Well, you know the STEM shit. Accounting, fucking finance. I don't know these shit. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a STEM guy. But swapping from STEM to arts and arts to STEM is hard. If you're going from STEM to arts, it's easier, admittedly. But I would keep it within the wheelhouse. I would decide, hey, I'm going to be an arts degree. I'm getting an arts degree or I'm getting a science degree. Switching between is going to make your life a living hell, I think. Unless you do it in the first semester. So that's what I would recommend. That's what I would recommend doing. Is not changing your degree too much. You will have a fuck ton of friends that will constantly be changing their degrees, and they will be there an extra year or two longer than you, and they'll be paying more, and they'll be spending more time in college. It's just a fuck ton of people it's gonna happen to. Happens to everybody, and they end up doing college for a long, long time. And if you do switch, you have to also switch knowing that you're gonna have to do at least 18, 21 credits a semester now. So you finish on time. Your goal should be to finish in 4 years. So look, now you should know a basic game plan on just how to graduate college. Mix of online classes, space out your schedule, do enough credits. Don't make it too hard on yourself. Make sure you use Rate My Professor. Don't switch your majors too much. Make sure you look up the graduation percentage. Calculate the math out so you have enough money to graduate as well. It is possible to finish in 3 years, 100%. Yeah. People do it all the time. People graduate in less than 3 years when they do summer school as well. These are all viable things. What's the matter with paying more? I mean, it's just a waste of money. College is already overpriced as it is. You don't want to pay more for that. It's kind of like hiring a plumber to come over to fix your toilet, but in his contract, he's paid hourly and he gets a free 2-hour nap. And he's paid for that. you'd be like, well, that's fucking dumb. You didn't do anything. None of this actually counts, but I have to pay for it still. And then he wakes up and he's like, yeah, man, I'll fix your toilet, bro. It don't make a lot of sense. What's up, Eamon?
Can I use your platform to provide one piece of life-changing
Yeah, come here, come here. Give me your life-changing advice.
Okay. This is actually serious.
Life-changing advice.
Okay. If you live in a state that lets you attend a community college while you're in high school, like Washington or Illinois or other states that have these programs, in Washington and Illinois, I know it's called Running Start, do it. Because you will never get college for that low of a price. I paid like $150 a quarter for my community college in high school. I did it for 2 years. I graduated high school with my associate's degree, and then I graduated from university in 2 years. And I saved myself literally like $45,000.
You graduated in 2 years?
Yeah, we graduated the same year, even though I'm 2 years younger than you.
What was your degree?
Finance.
Oh, shit. It's 3:30. You're still on the clock, motherfucker. I need those papers on my desk by 4. Motherfucker, dude. That sounds like good advice. I didn't do that. I think most people just go for the conventional AP classes route, but that's AP classes are dumb hard and very little, I think, benefit. That sounded goated. I don't know what that was, but you should Google that. That sounds great. Yeah, I think AP classes are a scam. AP classes are genuinely harder than actual college courses. They give you very little credits. They cost a fuck ton. It saves you barely anything, too. Half of them don't even transfer over. I remember my freshman year, everyone would flex like, nah, yeah, like I'm doing like 12 credits, but I actually have like 9 extra credits from just like my AP classes. And I was like, dope. That saved you like a bit of time, I guess. It's not, I don't think it's that goated. I think it's overhyped. I did AP French and I did AP English. I don't know. I don't think it was that helpful. I think it's overhyped. Look, I could be wrong. I think it's overhyped. The dual enrollment thing sounds more pog. This dude got 60 credits in high school. AP, usually the max you get's like fucking 12. All right. Anyway, back to it. We understand how to graduate college now, right? Is everyone in accord? I will say a good question is, how do you pick what your major is? And the real answer is, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't, man. I know it sounds like hurtful to say that, because when you actually are a high schooler in senior year or a freshman in college and you're faced with the decision of picking your degree, it feels like literally the game of life, like the board game, where you are like, pick a job, and you're like stressed out and you're like, I don't know. It doesn't super matter unless you're a STEM bro. STEM bros ignore everything I'm saying. Just get a 4 or 3.0 and graduate. No one gives a fuck about you. Go get your 6 figures. We don't care about you. For the rest of society, it doesn't matter. It does. It really doesn't. Most people won't end up using the degree that they got that specifically. You know, sure, if you're getting like, even if you want to do like become a doctor or become a nurse, even that, it doesn't super matter, because you still need specific schooling for those things, and your undergrad isn't life or death for that. You need specific schooling for those things anyway. Nothing's more annoying than the guy who says he's pre-med and he's doing a psychology degree. You're not pre-med, dude. You're just doing a psychology degree. You don't do doctor class after school. That's not what's going on. You're just literally planning on getting a degree after college, but you might not do that too. So I don't care. Congratulations, though. I hope you have fun at your doctor school later on in life. The reality is, a lot of the time, for a lot of you people, and maybe this doesn't apply to you because maybe you have a very specific career path you want to follow, in which case, why are you even, doesn't matter. This doesn't apply to you. But a lot of people don't know what they want to do in life, and they stress really hard about it, and you feel like you have to decide what you're going to do for 60 years when you're 18 years old, and that's crazy. And how are you supposed to decide that? And when you actually get into the workforce, after your first or second job, they don't even care what your degree was anymore. So, like, why is it so important? I don't know. It seems overhyped, and it seems overwhelming, and it seems like the most important decision you'll ever make. And I promise it really isn't. It really isn't. You can switch around. You can get pretty much any job with any degree, you know, unless it's like a highly specific trained job, in which case an undergrad probably won't get you that job anyway. You probably need another job, a trade school, or any other degree. There's not many things that a specific undergraduate degree will hold you off from. Yeah, masters and PhDs aren't undergraduate degrees, so they're not super relevant for this, but yeah. Chemical engineering. Again, I said STEM majors. If you guys didn't hear me, because you guys are, again, a little socially inept, so I'll catch you up to speed. I said to fuck off, and that still applies to my same words now. I can keep saying it for you guys, but irrelevant in this situation. Go make your 6 figures and eat shit. You got to tell them twice sometimes. They're slow. They don't talk to people a lot. There's nothing wrong with STEM majors. It's just not the same wisdom that I can offer. STEM majors oftentimes have overloaded classes because a lot of their classes are actually like 3 credits, but then there's a lab course for 0 credits, and then they have to do like 3 a semester, and it's usually a pretty big workload, and it doesn't really matter where your GPA is. You just kind of need to graduate. And then, you know, you have to find your specific course. It's a totally different universe that I cannot relate to at all. I have no wisdom for you at all. Just go live your life. I can help you with this next session, though, which is how to get friends. Because you'll need that, brother. Well, look, but to wrap up, I would not stress too much about what your degree is, as long as it's something you're vaguely interested in and you think you'll do pretty well at. I think that's good enough. Because I do think the true thing you gain at college, outside of the piece of paper, which is as good if it's online or if it's offline, or oftentimes if it's humanities English or if it's humanities philosophy, it usually covers everything. For example, my first job out of college, or one of my first jobs out of college, was a job at Snapchat. I was paid $20 an hour. That's a sick job. The only thing they said is you need a degree. That was it. You just needed a degree. They didn't care what it was in. You just needed a degree. They just wanted people fresh out of college because they wanted to farm these impressionable 22-year-olds who would be cheap labor. They could pay $20 an hour, who they could train to be in any position. It was great. And I just did content moderation, and there were chances to grow up in the company, and a lot of people who worked with me did. I got let go, but other people moved on. And so, you know, it's not... I worked at Apple in college, and then after I got my degree, I was offered a higher job in Apple. And I could have kept working at Apple because I had a degree. They didn't care what degree I had. But if I had the opportunity to work at Apple or Snapchat, regardless of what degree I had, that's pretty fucking dope. Sure, the job that I got at the web editing company, at the magazine, I couldn't have gotten if I didn't have some sort of English degree. I don't think they would have hired me if I had a degree in, like, music. But it was still not the job that I ended up keeping for very long. And they paid, it was something shit. I think it was like 15 an hour or something. So anyway, I think it's not so devastatingly important. There are some degrees that I will say are, I don't want to say they're fraudulent, but they have such a specific career course that is pretty tough to get a job in, like a lot of film degrees, music degrees. These things are like, they're a little too specific in the arts that sometimes you can only get a degree in that field. And you were talking about getting a degree in one of like the toughest fields to get a job in with one of like the worst pays for people at the bottom. You know? Like there are some basic ones that get you anywhere. I think a psychology degree is like, oh, it's like perennial. A psychology degree is so broad, it can just get you like, you can work anywhere. You could get a job in business. You could get a job in the arts. A psychology degree is like fucking, it's like a wild card. Music therapy has a lot of jobs. No, I'm saying there's jobs in the field. I'm just saying it's not as universal for jobs out of the field. There are degrees that are like universal tokens that you can kind of bring everywhere, and it opens a lot more doors. And then there are degrees that opens deeper doors, but not as many doors, if that makes sense. Graphic design. I mean, graphic design is a super good degree. But again, it's a more specific field. But everyone could use a graphic designer, surely. I can't give you the specifics on the degree. That's just more so what I'm trying to let you know. I think when you have an arts degree, it's not... A lot of them are open, so it's not such a big deal which one you pick. That's all. That's all. And STEM majors have already forgotten what I told them, so they're back at it again. Aerospace. Good luck, King Pog. All right, next. And I think this is the most important thing in college. Forget the piece of paper. College, it's kind of interesting. I figured this out the other day. All adults are trying to do is teach babies enough shit so that they can operate in the world and live life and be a part of society. That's pretty much everything that we try to do to babies, is make them go from shitting machines who can't burp on their own to like somewhat like they can hold their own. And I don't think we do a great job, mind you. I think we give too much useless knowledge to babies. Like, what are the 3 ships that Christopher Columbus sailed the seas in 1492 over to the U.S.? What are those 3 ships called, everybody? That's right. It's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Who gives a fuck? Why is this knowledge that we taught babies? I don't know. We should have taught him that Christopher Columbus was kind of a shithead, but we didn't do that. Instead, we taught them what ships that they sailed. And that's the problem. Someone said the Mayflower, so that either means you got a really good education or a really, really, really bad one. Holy shit. But that's all to say that, you know, we don't do the best job, and I don't think college does the best job either. What you should try to learn in college is how to be a functioning adult. And that they don't have many classes for. This is not something you'll learn in classes. You learn this because college is this beautiful interim period between living with your parents and then living on your own. And then the next step, which is being an adult and having to actually pay for everything and take care of yourself and be concerned about finances and making sure that you know, all that shit. So it's like this 4-year gap period where it's like you're tested in this simulation because you still have this fallback where you can go back home. And you do go back home during summer and vacations and stuff, but it's important to build some sort of social life, because the reality is, once you graduate college, there is no reason for you to ever make another friend in your life. Like the friends that you have, if you think about it, are just people that you have been close proximity to. That maybe you have been in a club with because you were in soccer in high school or doing some sport or whatever. But like, why the fuck are you supposed to make friends when you graduate? The only real people that you'll interact with on a daily basis are at your job. But what if you don't have a job? Or what if your job's online? Then how do you make friends? It's kind of weird. Which is why this is my #1 recommendation for college that I don't hear a lot. Join a club. I think it's the most goated way to make friends in college. And you should do it super early. Like first few months, join a club. And you don't even have to stick with the club. Maybe you do it for a semester and you're like, that sucked. But think of it, you have like 8 chances at different clubs. And maybe you like it on your first try and you do it for 8 semesters long. Or maybe you don't like it in the next semester, you try a different club. But every semester, every week, the first week or second week of school, the first month basically, there's this whole period where they try to recruit people to join clubs. And clubs are goated. All right? Clubs are goated. There's some conventional ones that I think are a little bit, they're whatever, like frats and sororities. Some frats are kind of cool. There's always the business frat that pretends they're a frat, but in reality, it's a bunch of fucking nerds in a room. Like the engineering frats. I think they just meet up and deadass start playing FGC games, all right, at best, and then start talking about what classes are good or not. But that's still a good group to have. Honestly, that's a pretty goated group if you're a STEM major, to have a group of people who can be like, oh, no, dude. No, fuck Mr. Johnson. No, he's actually a cock, dude. I corrected him one class, and ever since then, he hated me. And he graded me harsher. You can do that. That's actually a really sick club. I'll tell you a story. You guys already know about the comedy club I was in. Tempe Late Night. I talked about it a lot. I have 100 story times on YouTube about it. I don't need to tell you more about it, but I made a shit ton of friends from there. Literally, Kyle in chat right now, I met from there. B-Day 38. But outside of Twitch, the last friend I made was from a club in college. It was from having joined that club. So I'll walk you through a few that I started. Smash? Well, no. That's the thing. Guys, this entire stream only exists because I joined a club in college. If you don't know, I didn't get into Smash randomly. I joined the Smash club at Arizona State University. There was a sign in, what's the nerdy group at Arizona State University? One of you guys probably know. It's like, oh, I'm an honors student, and I'm in this program. I'm in and you have your own dormitory. Barrett. Yeah, Arizona State University Tempe campus has a Barrett school, or Barrett honors program, which basically means you graduate with an extra pin on your shirt, and that's PogChamp. And they have a beautiful, gorgeous complex that they all live in, with literally picturesque people playing frisbee and doing slacklining and smoking fucking hookah, and it just it seems like a utopia in a zombie movie, and around them the world is crumbling apart. And Kyle did go there, which is why I don't text him back. But anyway, I was walking through there one time because I was just jealous and I had time to kill, and I remember seeing a poster that said Smash Club Thursday, 7 p.m. And at this point, I just watched the Melee documentary. And so I wanted to go to the club. And so I showed up. And it turned out that it was mostly a Smash 4 club, but there were 3 Melee setups. And then I found out at that club that there are Melee tournaments every Friday or something. And so I went, and they were huge tournaments. They would have 150 entrants every week. It was sick. They would do a full double elimination tournament. One of the top ranked players in Arizona, Ty, was one of the people who ran the club and who was there every week. And a shit ton of other people would show up. Axe would sometimes show up and I'd be like, that's fucking Axe. And it was sick. It was sick. It was a free bracket too. And I joined that club, and that club's the reason I got into Melee and started playing it more. It's the reason I got into commentary. It's the reason I met Slime, because I ended up commentating bigger Arizona events. And it's the reason I live with these people now. I stream, I do the yard, all of my friends. This all happened because I joined one club in college. This is a fact. But let's be honest, I did not join this club until junior year, because I started college in 2013. I didn't join until 2015. What did I do before that? Well, you might know that a lot of times on stream I'll wear my dad's ring. And so I thought, hey, let me do what my dad did. If you guys don't know, my dad, when he was younger, was a sailor. A pretty proficient sailor from Sweden, and he was in a sailing club. And so I said to myself, I'm going to do sailing like my old man, like Pops, and see if I can do some sailing. Now, what I didn't think about, although a sailing club did exist at Arizona State University, is that I lived in Arizona, which is a desert with about one lake, which is more of like, I don't even, like a river, really. It's not much of a lake, but they have a lake. And so I showed up for sailing class, and I had a part. It was my first day because I joined a week late, and so they'd already been doing it. And you sail these like 2-person boats. You know, that it's the whole 9 yards. It's the stern, the bow, you got the ropes, you got a tack, the whole shits. And I'm there with pretty much John B from what's that show? I'm forgetting right now. From Outer Banks. That was pretty much the guy who I was partnered up with, was John B from Outer Banks. He had a beautiful tan, luscious long hair. He was fit as fuck. He took his shirt off. He was like rigging everything. I was just sitting in the boat like, he was like, yeah, I'm out here on the lake every day. We do meets. And I was like, dang, this guy's awesome. And he was like, yeah, it is what it is. And then we sat there on the boat and sat there. Not a lot of wind in the desert. Kind of slowly trudged through. Turned a couple times. Got out of the boat. Had a fucking nasty ass sunburn. Left. Came back the next week. All right. I tried doing some things. It was like hard. I got like burns on my hands from the rope and shit. And I was like, this is fucking boring. Maybe this would be cool if I went to like UC Santa Barbara or there's some California school with the ocean nearby, but this is boring as fuck. And then there's like a huge commitment because for me to do another week, clubs aren't free. I would have had to have paid $2,000 of dues so we could afford going to meets and all the equipment and shit like that. And I was like, I don't want to spend $2K on this shit, dude. This is fucked. I'd have to spend $2K and then sit in a car to drive 4 hours to go to like Lake Havasu, and I'd have to drive like 6 hours to drive to LA to do the meets. This was regattas, yeah. Clubs can be free. It depends. Like the Smash Club was free. You show up and you play Smash. It was basically a community effort where everyone would bring their own console and CRT and then plug it in and do setup beforehand. The Sailing Club isn't free. I mean, think about it. You have to pay for all the sailing equipment. You have to pay for the travel. It's not a scam. It's just an expensive hobby. That's what it is. Sailing's expensive. That's the reality of the situation. Boats... Water is a ruthless, mean bitch who deteriorates everything that touches it. The upkeep that you need for boats is innumerable, impermanent, and constant, and it's just a pain in the ass. So doing sailing club is expensive, much like a snowboarding club would be pretty expensive too, because you need like season passes and shit like that, and equipment rental and driving and busing. Clubs can be expensive. Not all clubs, but that club is expensive. So I went to the sailing club and I said, no offense, Pops, this shit is not my vibe. Maybe if I was in the mountains of Sweden and we had some rough sea waters, I would feel manlier and cooler, but this shit blows. On God, I'm out. So I decided to try another club, the Acapella Club. Because I did honors choir in high school, I was like, I got pipes of an angel. I've already told you guys this story before. It didn't turn out great. Don't think we need to get into the weeds of this story again. But it didn't really work out for me in the a cappella club. And so the two clubs that I ended up joining tell us, you guys really don't know? I'll give you this skinny. There's another story time I have on YouTube. But basically what happened is there's auditions, right? There's like different a cappella groups. Some are only men, some are only women, some are mixed. And I wanted to join, I think it's called the Temptations, I believe was the a cappella group. And round one to audition is because a bunch of people want to join and they can only accept like, you know, a dozen people. You're not going to have 100 people on stage. And again, I went to Arizona State University, and when I was there was like 80, 100,000 people who were like, you know, and 40,000 of which were on campus. So there's going to be a lot of people who want to try out. So I show up to auditions, and I had decent pipes, and I do a solo. And I think I sang at this point a little bit of, well, shit, what's his name? Elton John. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. And I nail it. I nail it, and I get callbacks. I get called back. They called me back for a second audition because I fucking crushed it. Not only did I crush it, I also bonded, because at this point I had been playing Smash. I bonded with one of the guys there who we still text occasionally because he also played Smash. Because not only did you have to do an audition, you had to write down, like, fun fact about you. And my fun fact is that I play Smash competitively. And so I bonded with one of the guys. And I was like, this is a fucking lock, dude. Second day, it's a small group of guys. First day, it was, like, pumping in and out. It literally felt like Pitch Perfect because they were just pumping out auditions of people. But second day, it was, like, the core group of guys, which is, like, 15 guys. And then, like, 15 other guys who were auditioning, who they were going to add 5 to the group. And they started us off by giving everybody a different piece. Because the way a cappella works is, you know, you have like tenor, high pitch, baritone, middle pitch, and bass. And then different numbers within that to sing different harmonies to make a beautiful a cappella song. Tenor 1, tenor 2, a cappella, whatever. And I'm usually a tenor 2. Tenor 1s usually sing a little higher. I was tenor 2. And so I was singing, I was nailing it, you know. Because basically the key to a cappella is not drifting into singing what people around you are singing. It's really hard if someone next to you is holding a note to hold a different note that is just like 2 spaces off. It's really hard. It's not, because it can be really, you can just, like, if you're just singing, just drift along. But I was nailing it. I was killing it. And I remember the guy walking by, he was like, whew, and like check some box on a piece of paper. And so what they did is they would pull people from the group for a second solo audition. So they go, hey, they tap me. You, come on. And I go in the room, and in front of me are all 15 members. And they're all standing there. All right? And it's just me in the front of the class. And they're like, all right, go ahead. Sing your song. So I start. It's a little bit funny. This feeling, and they go, stop. And I'm like, what? They go, we really want you to show off your range here. Could you sing a song with maybe something, maybe a little higher pitch? And I go, oh, I'd only planned one song. And I'm going through my catalog, and I'm like, National Anthem? No, too cheesy. Gold Digger? No. I'm white. Okay. In high school, for one of our music nights, I sang Titanium by Sia. Which you might know is a song that goes, I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. And so I'm about to start it, and I go, and I'm like, that's not right. Because the moment I start, I go, I'm bulletproof, and I'm too high-pitched. And I say, sorry, can I get a note on the piano? Because they didn't even give me a starting pitch. I don't have perfect pitch. So they gave it to me like, boom. And I'm like, that's weird. That's lower than I think. Boom, boom, boom. I'm bulletproof. And so what I did, because I forgot as I was starting to sing it, that there was a part of the song before the chorus this is actually, it turns out, quite normal in songs that they will have a part before the chorus to lead into it. I still don't even know the words to it. You cut me down, but I know fling some words to. And I forgot that part completely. And so what I was doing is I was just repeating the phrase, I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, bulletproof, bulletproof. I'm bulletproof, I'm bulletproof. And I just kept singing, I'm bulletproof over and over and over. And everyone was staring at me and they started murmuring to each other and I started sweating. And then I was singing worse. And then they did it in too high of a key. So it was out of my range too. I'm bulletproof, fire away. And it was a shit show. And eventually the one guy I know, he does this. And everyone else is like, and I'm like, oh, can I do the other one? They're like, no, that was great. That was great. No, really, that was great. I was like, can I do one more? They're like, no, that's perfect. And I go back to the group. He's a crying little baby in a Bethlehem. Go home. And the fucked part is you just sit there waiting for your phone to ring. And they do not call. And it's just waiting and waiting. And I used to like to play piano. I don't as much anymore. But I didn't have a piano that was like an actual, grand piano. But so I would sneak into the music building and play piano there sometimes. And so one day after like a couple weeks, I walk in and I go to a piano room just so I can play piano. And I pass the guy because he's a music major. He played the violin, the guy that I connected with. And I was like, oh, dude, what's up? Hey, I haven't heard back. And he's like, oh, yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Dude, they passed. I know they passed. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it sucks. But hey, next semester we're having a lot of people drop. So, a lot of people are graduating. You should come through again, dude. And you know what, man? You know what? Hey, let me get your number. If you're ever playing Smash or something, dude, I'd love to play, man. That'd be sick. And I was like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be sick, dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. This would be ill. And I got his number, and we actually still keep in touch. It's been like 4 years. But by God, was it brutal. And that's not where it stopped, mind you. Because I decided this was my junior year that I definitely wanted to join a club. Because I felt like I wasn't gaining a full college experience. I missed my first 2 years of being able to join a club. So that's when I decided I'd join the comedy club. And there's 2 huge comedy clubs on campus. Bear in Mind Improv and in Far Side Sketch Comedy. These are like 50-year-old establishments that like, have true history at ASU. And they're very, very competitive as well. But this one, the tryouts are kind of the same, that they had a giant stage and in like auditorium style seating, and then everyone in the club would like sit dispersed, kind of like you see in movies where like the director sits alone in the auditorium and on stage is the person, and they have like a clipboard next, but instead it's like 15 college kids and they're all like making jokes to each other and snickering to themselves. And I get up and, I'm trying to be funny, and trying to be funny is hard. If someone tells you to get on stage and be funny, that's fucking difficult. But I was decent, I thought. I had done improv in high school. So, there was an improv portion, then there was sketch comedy. You had to write a sketch. And I thought I did decent. And I applied to both Bear in Mind Improv and Far Side Sketch Comedy. And I, all right, just to show you guys that I'm not super unfunny, got rejected by both of them. I got rejected by both of them. They didn't accept me to either of the clubs. I didn't get accepted to the clubs. But something beautiful happened that day. I wasn't the biggest loser in the room. Because the way ASU comedy works is, although they are their own separate entities, they usually perform on the same day. And so their auditions fall upon the same day. And so when I was trying to cover my bases, there's a third group I didn't mention called, I actually forget the stand-up name. Kyle, what is it? It was the stand-up comedy group. They would basically perform stand-up comedy, stand-up versus the world. And so I went up to a guy who looked like an authority, who was by himself in the corner. And I was like, hey, how do I audition for a stand-up comedy group? And he goes, oh, no, you don't audition for that. You just kind of show up and it's open mic. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, but hey, are you looking to join a comedy club? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, come to this room Thursday at noon. I'm like, all right, great. So I leave that audition. I get 0 callbacks. They let me know I'm not going to be invited to the club. But I'm like, it's all right, because I got this other dude. I show up Thursday at noon. Kyle, were you there Thursday at noon? I think it was like, I show up. It was this dude, a set of twins, and one other girl. And one girl, not one other girl, one girl. And that was like it. And I sit down, and the guy who I had originally talked to kind of tries to set it up as a meeting, but setting up a meeting when there are 4 other people in the room is a bit awkward because there's 5 people total. And so he's just like, all right, so look, you guys might know that I've been rejected from Bear in Mind Improv and Far Side Sketch Comedy. And I did not know this, and I was like, what? This is not, I'm in the fucking loser group? But then before I can even feel the shame of being in the loser group, he goes, but a lot of you guys are in the same boat as me. And he looks at me, and I go, fucking motherfucker, dude. But hey, I believe in this club. I think Tempe Late Night can be one of the biggest establishments in ASU comedy. We're not just going to be doing improv. We're doing improv, sketch comedy, and we're going to be doing stand-up. It's going to be a variety show. Live every day under the Taco Bell. And thus was born Tempe Late Night, which, at least in my tenure, became the largest comedy group on ASU's campus. Bigger than Bear in Mind and Far Side Sketch Comedy. With hundreds of people showing up in the last few shows that I was a part of. Kyle, do you know to this day how it's doing? I haven't been back since I graduated. How are they doing over there? I guess COVID made it weird. It's gone? Kyle, we should go back and bring it back. Give those fuckers $5K a Taco Bell sign. Make it happen. I think we could bring it back. Well, let's bring it back, Kyle. That'd be easy. And then that'd be sick, 50 years. Because I remember, don't you remember? There was one show I specifically remember that was really big for Far Side Sketch Comedy because it was like the 40-year anniversary of Far Side Sketch Comedy. And everybody who was from the original cast showed up. And there was like 200 people. It was the most packed I had seen the auditorium where they hosted that. And it was super cool. And that could be us in 40 years where they bring back Kyle and Ludwig who saved it. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Anyway, that's what happened to me. So those are the 2 clubs I joined. I joined the Comedy Club of Rejects, which ended up being the biggest club on campus, which was hype. And I joined the Smash Club. And those are my 2 hobbies. Those are my 2 things. Those are the 2. And all of my friends, that I have were from those groups. And everything I do now was because of those groups. The 4 years and the 120 credits, 138 credits, whatever, the 2 degrees I had didn't really impact the job I currently have and the skill set I currently have. Those clubs were pretty much everything for me. And that's just a fact. So not joining a club, I think, is just, I think, a wasted opportunity. And you can join a frat too. I don't, look, frats get a bad rap for a good reason, admittedly, a lot of the time. Okay, the horror stories of frats on Arizona State campus were insane. They were so bad that the dean kicked out frats from being affiliated with Arizona State University at all. They got rid of Frat Row where they used to live because people fucking died from alcohol overdose or drowning or rampant racism or sexual harassment, rape. Things got fucked up in a lot of these frats. You know, so look, that's not my vibe. That's not what I'm trying to do. But that's not all frats, okay? Every college has different frats. Some are worse than others. In my day, I think Sigma Chi, Pike, Theta Chi were all fuckboys with terrible pasts. That were just like giant, shitholes. They were Sigmas, though. But I do know, as a fact, I did rush for a frat. I rushed for a frat that because I went to Arizona State University. You guys might know, I grew up in New Hampshire. This is far apart. These things are not the same. A lot of the time, people will go to a state school from the state they're from because they get in-state tuition, and they can oftentimes commute from home. It's just cheaper, more affordable. And you'll go to college with a shit ton of friends from high school. I had like a friend or two from high school. And one of my friends, and they were not even friends really, I just knew that they went to the same high school as me, was in a frat. And so my first month of college, I would go to a lot of these frat parties because I didn't know a lot of people. And the frat was Kappa Kappa Alpha, which this is true, by the way, is founded by, let me double check. Oh, wait. Is it Kappa Kappa Alpha? No, Kappa Alpha. I was saying Kappa Kappa Gamma. It was Kappa Alpha. Which is a pretty big frat, and also founded in part by Robert E. Lee. Who, if you're not a history buff, is the leader of the Confederate Army, who were the people who seceded from the Union in our Civil War, which started in 1865. One of those. Anyway, that was I went to a bunch of frat parties. I ended up receiving a bid. The whole frat system is weirdly ritualistic and archaic, but I didn't end up joining because I was like, I hate frats. Frats are a club that costs a lot too. No cap. Frats have dues, and they can be $500 to $1,000 a semester or a year, depending. And then sometimes more for other events that they need to put on. They can be pretty pricey. And they have this weird, multi-level marketing structure where there's a corporate head base for frats that franchise frats in different schools. It can be fucking weird how frats operate. But, and I will say they do create real friendships, I think. Because I remember that same friend, because I'd followed a few people on Instagram. I still see pics on Insta all the time. They graduated 5 years ago of them at each other's weddings and stuff, and they can become real friends. Frats can be weird. I don't think that the stigma of a frat should stop you from even attempting to rush for a frat, because it's not like all frats are the same. And rushing for frats is not that big of a deal. My sister's in a sorority, and sororities are different. Sororities are cults. Frats are not as bad. But sororities usually have it. They have a tighter grip from the authority that runs them. So sororities they get so bad that there's like a week or two where you're not allowed to talk to boys. And if you post anything on social media of you interacting with a boy over this period of time, you get like scolded, like literally scolded. And if you abuse it a lot, you'll get kicked out. If you're too sexually promiscuous, they might kick you out. If you, some are super just racist or just bigoted against people who aren't straight, for sure. Because they'll just pick girls like based off of specifically looks so that they fit the look. You know, you don't look like a Kappa Kappa Gamma. Or you know, there's problems. There's problems with fucking sororities that are super bad. To be clear, frats also have a shit ton of like literal deaths. People fucking die from alcohol overdose, shit ton of racism, shit ton of rape. They're all so bad. But I would say frats get worse. Like frats can be the bad frats are way fucking worse. But I think pretty much all sororities are a bit culty. But it's more manageable, the cult aspect. Like it's culty, but not posting with a guy for a week, whatever. That's fucking weird, but what? Okay, you can get over that. It's kind of weird, but you know, you'll be fine. A manageable cult, yes. So that's frats and sororities. You can check them out. There's very little risk in early rushing, because the way the system works, you can kind of abuse it. The first month of a semester, they will do a period where they try to like court you in a way. So they throw a lot of parties that you can go to. They give you free booze. They do free events, shit like that. And then they'll give you a bid to join it. And then you'll be like, is that when you're rushing? Or what is that part called? A pledge. That's a pledge. Yeah. So rushing is fun. They try to show off how cool they are. Then you get a bid to join it. And then you have a pledge period where they treat you like shit. But you can do the first part pretty pain-free. There's no punishments for the initial first week of just hanging out at these parties. It's just a good way to meet people and hang out. But understand that it will change very quickly if you actually take the bid and join sometimes. Not every frat speaks like, yeah, absolutely not every frat treats people like shit. But if you're going for one of the larger brand name frats, then for sure it will. It's kind of like signing up for a free trial of Netflix and then making sure you have to cancel, because the moment they charge your card, you can get fucked. Yeah. So that's what I would say. But the end result is still to join a club. Join a club, and I would try out clubs early. Maybe things like, I've been watching a lot of day in the life videos from Paolo, and the thing I notice about people is almost everybody in life gives up something they want to do. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is for you guys right now. For me, I've done this too. I might be living my dream job. I really believe that I am. But I also wanted to do music. I wanted to play piano. I don't do that at all. I've given that up, basically. I could still do it. I tell myself I will, but I don't. I think college is this sick 4-year period where you get to still do those things and you can still try them out. And not only try them, but try them with other people or in a class and things like that. And so I would make sure that you do classes that let you do these things that you've wanted to do. You don't necessarily have to make it your degree, but you can take those classes or you can join clubs to help you do it. The one thing I'll say is I joined I've always liked film. But I didn't want to do a film degree because I was like, I don't know how I'll use that. And so I took a film class. I took 2 film classes, actually. I took philosophy of film, and then I took, like, film 101. And both those classes were 2 of my favorite classes in college. You know? One class can be super valuable. And I've taken many classes that were just things that I'm interested in. So it might be worthwhile to write down as you're entering college things that you want to do. Hey, I want to do this shit and this shit and this shit. Write them down and then do classes that fall down that line. Oh, what the fuck? Who said you could turn off? Let there be light. Please, God. Yes. I'm in my last semester of college. I can't follow any of this advice. No, you can't. But you did finish college, which is sick, and a lot of people fail that, so. Didn't you have to buy alcohol to get into a frat and you got scammed or something? Buy alcohol to get into a frat. Well, one night we wanted to buy alcohol, me, my friends Josh and Andrew. Josh, who I got brunch with literally 2 days ago. And we brought a $20 bill to a gas station when we were 18 and 19. And we found a random dude who was just sitting outside the gas station. It was like a 40-year-old dude in a pickup truck. And he gave him the $20. He said, hey, can you go in there and just get us alcohol? He was like, well, yeah, what do you want? And we didn't know. I didn't know. So I was like, you know, just like whatever 20 gets you these days. 12-pack. And he's like, all right. And they walk inside, and he's like, you should have got an 18-pack. I was like, whatever. And they're in there for a long time. And then he exits like 10 minutes later and then gets in his car and then drives away. And we look at each other, and they're like, I wonder when he's going to come back. Maybe he's trying to throw off the cops or something. Because we were across the street. So there for 20 minutes before we were like, oh, wait, we got scammed. That is an L. Speaking of alcohol, by the way, this is my last tip. Don't fuck yourself. Smoking weed, drinking alcohol, it's not that big of a deal, but it is extremely vilified in certain areas of the United States, even though you are an adult and 18 years old. All right? Because they wanted to build highways in the 80s, you have to be 21 years old or older to drink. And smoking weed is like weird and vague in every fucking place. I would say, first of all, check how strict your dorm is. I had a friend, one of my best friends, who got caught smoking weed, which I think is not as harmful as drinking, you know, genuinely. It's not as addictive. It's not as harmful to you or to other people around you, but it was not legal. And he got caught smoking weed and he got kicked out straight up. And that's it. That's it. He wasn't selling. He just had weed and smoked it. They were like, no, you can't do that. Fucking kicked him out. And he's gone. And that sucks. And it could be possible that your shit is super strict. You have a super uptight RA, or you're in some honors program that they don't want any of that at all. But it's just not worth ruining any sort of opportunity because they're strict and because you want to like smoke weed. It's just not worth it. You could definitely find ways to do it out of campus or off your dorm at least. And you can just fuck yourself over. Even booze can fuck yourself over. Did I go to parties? Yeah. I look, only on weekends though. And at most once a weekend. Most of my time was spent with my roommate hanging out. having a good roommate is key. It's one of the most key parts of going to college is having a good roommate. And you don't really get to pick it. Sometimes your first semester or your first year. Like my first roommate, I didn't get along with that great, but my roommate after that, I got along with great. Your second year, you should basically be spending your first year like Wally, but instead of you're trying to find and locate trash, you're trying to find and locate the one roommate who you will hold on to the rest of your life. You are Wally, you need to find your Eve. ASAP. It just makes college better. And I wouldn't live alone. I think there's no point living alone. It's just more expensive. Until maybe your senior year. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's called... Shit, was it? Hold up. I forget what it's called. I'm going to call Josh. There's a video of me at a party on YouTube somewhere. I've never showed chat before. I don't know where it is. I have to find it.
Hey.
Yo, I'm live, but I had a question for you that I think you'll remember. Hello?
Service a little better. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Yeah.
This is Josh, by the way, chat. So you can say hi to chat. Or not. If you want to say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Do you remember that party we went to where they filmed it and they put it on YouTube, what it was called?
Went to where they filmed it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's called like Blackout.
In college?
Yeah.
It was like it was something about colors, like a neon something with colors, right?
Yeah.
I hope there wasn't, because it was probably problematic.
It's on YouTube. Was it? You think the party was problematic?
Name would be. Oh no, it was sponsored, right? It was sponsored by like some outside organization.
Yeah, it was like they had. Oh, wait, is this it? I think it's Blackout or Back Out.
On all the shirts. That's what you're thinking of.
I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. I remember it had like some green signs. I don't think it was Schmacked though.
It wasn't Schmacked, no.
No shot. Yeah, because that's like a big thing.
Is that what people are wondering? I used to watch a lot of Schmacked in high school.
No.
I thought that was the coolest thing.
This is just like the only video of me at a party, and they all think I was a giant loser.
Oh, it's on YouTube? Can you send me the link?
No, I can't find it. I was hoping you would know.
Wait, who found it? Someone
No one found it yet. I'm trying to. You have to tell them that it was a real thing, so they don't think I'm a loser.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Proof. We have no proof, sure, but it happened.
Well, if you're saying you have no proof, but it happened, it doesn't sound really reassuring.
I understand that argument.
Uh-huh. But I feel a butt's coming.
Proof of it. You know who was with us, though?
Who?
And Alex.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you ask her and find the video.
For reasons... I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. All right. Well, I'll find it. One day.
I'll try to find it too, because I'm really
Wait,
interested.
they did find it. ASU Blackout Party hosted by the Popular Kids? How the fuck did you guys find that?
Okay, what's this? What kind of an army do you have here?
20,000?
That's a sizable army.
Yeah, it's decent. I think that's what Alexander worked with, and he fucked over half of Europe.
Okay, are you in the video? How long is the video?
I don't know. I'm looking through it right now to see if I am. I can't show too much because there's a lot of grinding and twerking and butts. Am I in this video, chat?
A video off the internet, if either of us are in it.
I don't think I'm in this video. So much twerking. No, I don't think this is it. This sounds right, though.
2013.
We're on the right page.
Out or back out was like a phrase used.
Yeah, it was like something for the... They would do for, like, football games.
Shirts. I remember there were several party themes.
234. Okay, people are asking how to be more... No, that's just a random white kid, guys. In a polo.
You didn't wear polos.
No, it's literally just a random white kid in a polo.
You had that polo T-shirt, the one that you ruined on with the sloppy joes.
I did do that. Hey, you want to tell the story about how we first met?
Yeah, great story. I was sitting in the cafeteria of our dorm room at the time. Ludwig and I were not yet roommates, but we lived down the hall. And so I was sitting with my then roommate, and Ludwig... And before he even said hello, he said, "Hey, do you want to watch me deep throat this banana?" Did it. I didn't even say yes. He just did it. Got the whole thing down. Nailed it. And then you told me that you're from New Hampshire, and that the man on the mountain was your great monument.
Yep, that does sound about right.
That's it. That was happily ever after.
It was impressionable, wasn't it?
It was. I honestly can't think of the first time that I've met anyone else.
Yeah, and now we're friends still.
And I heard it. You stop yourself.
Well, I was gonna say forever, but you know, who knows? You know, you say some problematic things. Yeah, I got a career here.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Both of us are gonna have to disavow at some point.
Yeah, ASU at the party. That video gets out. You know.
I have to go before. I mean, when I take the bar exam, I have to go before the moral fitness committee there. So I'm gonna.
Do you?
Yeah.
Can I speak on your behest?
I would love for you to speak on my behest, so long as you are not problematic between now and July 2023.
July 2024. Count me in for every slur in the books. Till then, my lips are sealed for you.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
Sealed for you, King.
I might have to keep you. Well, okay, yeah. Just let's do our best to keep some of these things to a minimum.
Got it.
The good news is that the internet is not accessible to a lot of people. So.
Oh, all right, big man. Hopefully I'll find that video.
If you do, please send it to me. Or if one of them finds it, please send it to me.
Will do.
Love to. All right, bud.
All right,
Talk
love
to
you.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
That was Josh, everyone. That's how you do first impressions. Walked up to him in the cafeteria and said, "Hey, do you want to watch me deep throat this banana?" Why didn't you say I love you back? I said it first. Guys, I literally said it first. You guys are not listening. He said it twice? Yeah, but I said it with more emphasis in diction. So, you know. There is a party that exists on the internet somewhere that I think has like 20,000 views of an Arizona State party that I am in. But I don't know how to find it. If any of you find it, Godspeed to you. Until that day, though, it will be forever gone. Disappeared. What year? It would have been 2013, probably. Maybe 14. It was indoors. I remember specifically doing a keg stand in the video. I found it. What's it called? Are people just saying I found it, or did you find it? No, the one that you guys are linking is not it. The ASU Experience one. I thought that might have been it, but no, this is, I think, just a random video. Because, again, I would have been in the video. Foam and glow? Maybe. I'm just saying I found it. I didn't find it. Okay. Why do you exist? I think that's about it. How are finals in midterms and colleges? Yeah, if anyone has any questions, I can answer questions. But that's all the advice I got for you. All I'm finding is a racist party on MLK Day. Oh, yeah, that was a huge news story. A frat had a super racist party on MLK Day. It was like as racist as it gets. I don't even know if they did. They might have straight up done blackface. But I think they had like watermelon drinks. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was a frat too. It was while I was there. Yeah, the frat got expelled. Yeah, hashtag blackout for Martin Luther King. And then they posted this picture on Martin Luther King Day. Oh, fuck my camera. I need to fix this before Hive Mind. Why is this happening right now? Pause, champ. Please work. Pause. Yeah, I'll do TikTok time right after this. Hey! What's your advice for people all online? Crush it. Do really well. It's going to be kind of harder, I think, to learn, but, you know, you could probably still maybe make Discord groups and shit. Some new age shit. How are finals and midterms in colleges? Depends on the class. Like my philosophy class, I had a B+ all year. I took the final and I got a D, and that dropped my grade to a C-. And I thought I nailed the final, and I did not. In some classes, the finals are like easy as shit. You just have to kind of know the class and know the teacher, and you can look that shit up beforehand. But some are just fucked. What prompted you to do the stream today? I'm leaving tomorrow, but a lot of people start college next week, so I'd want to get this on YouTube so that everyone going to college can just have a little advice before they go through. Tips on social anxiety. I'm the worst guy to ask. I have zero social anxiety. I'm a bit of a fucking menace to society. But you know what can help actually is, and this helps me sometimes, is I stop. If I'm super scared, like for example, I was really scared to jump out of a plane, but I thought of myself not as a human, but as like a character in my YouTube video, which might sound weird because it's still me in my YouTube video, but it's a little different, right, than real life. And so when I thought like that, I was like, oh, I can't die. I'm just filming a YouTube video. And then I was able to jump out of the plane and I wasn't stressed at all. But I'm not saying you need to think of yourself as filming a YouTube video. You could straight up just think of yourself as a character. I think that can help. Thinking of yourself as a character is the same thing as faking it until you make it. You know what I mean? Advice for someone with 3 semesters left and has fallen entirely out of love with their major. Is it STEM or is it arts? If it's arts, it doesn't matter. Just wrap it up. But it depends. I don't know. It doesn't matter if it's arts because your job probably won't fall in. But if it's a very specific thing, I don't know. Finishing out is probably better. But I don't know. It's tough. If you have an infinite money, go ahead. Hey, Lud, big fan. I'm a sub and still want to be, but I don't know why I'm banned. If you could look into that, take a look. Okay, user JCatch7. Someone, okay, J-Cuts, you got banned because on Cutie stream, someone said to Cutie, suck my dick. And then Cutie said, hey, don't say that. And then you said, how about mine? And so then we banned you. I'd appreciate it if you were nicer to my girlfriend. What year is the party? 2014, I think, yeah. Oh, also, my last piece of advice, and this you won't think it matters until it does. And this was advice passed down to me from my friend Sam. Don't fall in love with the first person. That's it. Don't fall in love with the first girl you start talking to, the first guy, first whoever. Okay? Just don't. You can really, really sink some years and not have the full college experience because you got swept off your feet a little bit early, all right? Let yourself sink into college as a single adult, or if you're in a relationship, whatever, that's fine. But understand who you are before you go off finding out who you are in a relationship in college. By the way, boys, super quick, I was just wondering if you guys had any Twitch Primes available. See, the thing is, every single month, your Twitch Primes renew. All you gotta do is click on a channel you really like, hit the subscribe button, scroll down a bit, it'll have a checkbox right here. Click it. This text will change to free subscription, and then use that. Honestly, it'd mean the world to me if you guys use your free Primes. And I don't even mean on me. I just mean using them in general. Here's the facts. Twitch gives you $60 a year of voucher. But every day you don't use it, that $60 goes down because there are no rollover Primes. If you fail to use it a month, you lose it. Then you only have $55. Another month, then $50. Sometimes you could be using $0. In fact, 99% of people who have Amazon Prime don't use their $60 voucher. 99%. I'll use mine on XQC. I think you're trying to maybe get me to be like, no, but I'd be floored. I'd be so happy if you use yours on XQC. 99%? Yeah. Actually, that's a false number. The real number is 99.5, probably. There are 310 million Amazon customers. $200 million are Prime users. 200 million people have Amazon Prime. There are not 200 million subs per month. Because if there were, then Twitch would be losing $1 billion every single month. Because the sub comes out of Twitch's paycheck. You go to Twitch Tracker and you go to subs and you add up the top 100, 200 people, you're not even going to crack 10 million. So, hey, just drop your Prime, and I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Infamous Corey, Zeta Giffy, Jude, Shawshank, EG, Snowy, Dre, Turtle, Tanner, JT, The Potato Man, Way Past Late, Spiteful Batman, Odd Fishes, Double Oyerser, Rock, Sean, Pip, Adidova, Abster, King, Pseudonym. Appreciate it. Because not everyone who has Prime uses Twitch. Yeah. I know. They still have the voucher. Wildfire, McCocklin, Prodigy, Bananas 2 a day. Here you go. Let me throw these on screen. Does anyone have any questions about the college thing that I didn't answer? Hey, nice to hear, Labs. Can you give a happy birthday to my sibling? Happy birthday, Drolix's sibling. Not only do I not know if it's sister or brother, but I also don't know if what their name is. Studying tips. I became a library guy. Library guys kind of goated. Honestly, what helped a lot was doing classes with my roommates. So those online classes, I didn't take by myself. I took it with my roommates, and then we could help each other. Apple or orange juice? Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big juice guy. Too much sugar. Things you should and shouldn't bring first year. It'll all sort itself out. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe you bring too much. Maybe you bring too little. You'll get it all. Do I recommend going to college? If you can afford it, if you have the money lying around, yeah. Not just because, like, getting a degree is good, but because it makes life a lot easier when you don't have to jump to being an adult and you get this 4-year gap period where you're, like, pseudo living on your own, but not really working. You're just going to school still. Do you have advice on independent things you might not realize you need to do? Independent things you might not realize you need to do. Check Streamlabs. I've been checking. It's really backed up right now. Someone gave advice on anxiety. I don't know if I agree with it, though. Lady Wendy, thank you the 5 gifted. Jacob Hunter, thank you the 5 gifted. Appreciate the 5 gifted, guys. I don't think I missed any donuts. Did I get homesick? No. My sister did really badly. I don't know. I was kind of dying to move out of New Hampshire because I feel like New Hampshire is a really small place. So I was excited to live in the city of Phoenix, which has more residents than the entire state of New Hampshire. That was exciting to me. So I was kind of torqued to leave. Did I cheat? Allegedly. Sure. On online classes? Yeah. Never in person, but... Does it matter where you go in U.S., like university or college? And if it does, why? Yes, I think getting a degree is pretty big, but certain colleges have some brand recognition that helps a lot, obviously. Like Harvard. Advice to stay motivated to finish school? If the motivation doesn't come from just not burning your money or your parents' money, then I don't know what to tell you. I felt an overwhelming sense of guilt every time I would perform poorly because I would fear that I wouldn't finish in 4 years, and that guilt drove me to finish college at a good grade level. Procrastination? Oh, I got no advice. I'm a terrible procrastinator. The only thing that helped was having a pretty easy schedule that I created. Honestly, what helped is I would double book. So not only would I book from Monday through Thursday and keep Friday free, I would also only book classes from like 12 p.m. to like 5 p.m. And they'd be back to back to back, a lot of them in the same room because I'd have to geographically organize them so I could make it to class on time. Favorite part about college? The clubs, the people I met. Is Carnegie Mellon a good school? Yeah, are you just flexing on us? Thoughts on joining military for free college? I don't know, man. I don't feel like... Military contracts are, like, notoriously difficult to get out of. And I don't know if it's worth that benefit. Especially now where you could literally once again be sent to Afghanistan after graduating. Doesn't sound amazing. Thoughts on finishing in 3 years? Don't push yourself to finish in 3 years, I would say. College is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once you're done, you're out. You can finish in 3 years or 2 years, and that's sick. And you can save money. But it's also sick to stay in college. There's a fine line between finishing in rush time and then being Van Wilder. You know, obviously you want to hit the middle ground there, but I mean, if you're really strapped and you want to save cash, then yeah, do it. But you know, if you're taking 24 credits a semester, you're going to be working yourself to death. Maybe you won't have much of a social life. Community college and transferring, yeah, that's fine. Advice to transfer students, I never did it. I couldn't tell you. But I imagine same advice will apply. Join a club still. Studying abroad, that's the one thing I wish I had done. Dude, my camera's fucked today. She's a bit hot. Well, I'm going to restart before Hive Mind, so I'll fix it then. Should you get a job in college? I did. Yeah, I worked in college. I worked at Apple for 2 years. 2.5, I guess. I thought it was worth it. I think working in college is good because working is a skill. You know what I mean? Like the fucking time and effort and dedication and scheduling and juggling of social life that you need to do when you have a job is unmatched. You could fucking skip a class. That's not a big punishment. You can't skip a job, you'll get fired. So it's like the one thing in life that like the punishment is so severe that you cannot afford being a piece of shit. So it gives you some good, what's that word when you're like what military gives you? Some good, I forget it. Discipline, that's the word. It's possible. My final 2 years of college, I averaged about 20 credits a semester. I had a job and I had a girlfriend. And I was in both clubs. You can juggle it. I just didn't go to a shit ton of parties. And I also played almost zero video games outside of the Smash Club. I never played video games. I had a MacBook that I could maybe play Minecraft on. That was about all it could run. And then I would play Smash Melee. And I didn't play it at home because Slippy didn't exist, really. I mean, it did, but they had Dolphin, but it was kind of dog shit, especially on MacBook. It was super dog shit. So I basically went 4 years without gaming. And I gamed all throughout high school. I'm not saying I would quit gaming, but I would quit playing single-player games. If you're going to college and then you're booting up solo queue league games, that's an L. I would quit that. I think it's fine to game on a Discord call with friends from college or friends from high school. Yeah, you don't want to be... Aatrox's college experience is not enviable in any way, shape, or form. But you guys aren't giving him credit. He did also play with friends. He would not be friends with Stans today if he didn't play a shit ton of video games. He also did study abroad in Korea, so yeah. But I do know a shit ton of people who go to college and then have a PC in their... Just don't get a PC and then it won't happen. That's the 5-head maneuver. If you force yourself to buy a MacBook, you will not game. It's 5-head as fuck. Because the MacBook is such a dog shit gaming system that you can't game because it's so fucking frustrating that you won't game. Atriot, can you tell these kids that they shouldn't be a piece of shit that solo queues League and makes Fizz guides? Do not buy a Mac. Stop telling these kids to get a fucking 3090. That's bad advice. No, you don't need a 3090. A 3080 will also... No, it's 3080, 3090, ixnay them both. Get yourself a shitty MacBook Air. Get yourself a MacBook Air that if you booted up Elder Scrolls, it would start flying from the fan. That's what you need. Yeah. Yeah, and get yourself a chastity belt. That way, when people ask why you don't have sex, you can point to something instead of just saying I'm a fucking loser. That's the big A advice. Just sold my PC. Yeah, literally anyone, Sus Pombe. Anyone can play along, and their chat can join. I get it. I'm getting a 30 series laptop because I'm going into a game programming major. What are you trying to make Atriot come? Dono from Free Melee. Did I miss or not read? I do not see this. Can you just type it in chat? Pause, champ. If you say my name right now, I'll buy your merch. What's up, Abrima? Thanks for the merch buy. Moo, hey, I don't want to be a downer, but some down shit happened to me, and I'm having trouble going back to finish my thesis for my master's. Any motivation to focus? Any tips? Oof. Any tips? No, I don't got shit. Finish a master's? I mean, look, if you finish your master's, you'll be smarter than 18,540 people. Everyone in my chat and me. That's pretty cool. So, you know, get crack-a-lackin'. Start streaming guaranteed money. Well, I don't know if I super... Maybe... No, I would guaranteed money if you have a master's and stream, though. Having a bachelor only in streaming is kind of cringe. Look, take it from me. I got 2 degrees. It's the only reason I'm at the top. Advice for an international student in the state? No. You're asking for advice. Look, isn't advice just having been through a scenario and trying to give your own perspective? I can't give you fucking advice if you, like, come from Italy and you're going to show up and you're going to be like, hey, fuck, I got nothing for, I don't know. You know, just probably still join a club. They'd appreciate, like, the Italian dude. Why do you go to the Italians? Because the other foreign students would be racist when I impersonate them. And I'm allowed to be racist against Italians because my roommate's Italian. That's why. You really want me to finish that same joke, but they came over from China? No. Nobody wants that. I'm doing it to Italians. What did you do for Apple? Tech Sport. South Korea or Japan? What? It's so vague. What an open-ended dono question. I'm personally more interested in Japan. Smiley face. Thank you for the 500 bits, Lex. How to get my job at Apple? They have a specific college program. It's actually, I do not hate Koreans. Okay? I just hate that you went there, fucking white savior problem, went around, all right? I just put a bad taste in my mouth. If you guys don't know, Atrog used to show up to PC cafes, and he would say, "Don't worry, guys, the white devil's here." And then he'd bring out his fizz and then get absolutely waxed in pubs. And then leave and say, "This is a dog shit country anyway. I'm going to the north." And they kicked him out halfway through. Yo, what's up?
Just to clarify, I did not. Just you had a quick story there, and I want to clarify a couple of points. I didn't go into Korean PC cafes and say, "Hey, the white devil is here."
Well, no, you would do it. You'd go El White Diablo because you had met Ari at this point, so you had learned a bit of Spanish.
Or would I do it in Spanish? They're not more likely to understand that.
Doesn't even make sense that you said White Diablo because that white's not even Spanish.
To make, it's weird is that you know this story so well and I don't remember it. Because I was there and I didn't know you at the time.
It is easy to wipe that from the memory when you're making bank on Nvidia stock, isn't it?
Making bank, yeah.
You forget about the roots you came from.
You forget about the roots. Maybe they're stories though, and not 100% true.
Okay, I was being a little mean. I was being a little mean. You would sometimes carry in solo queue. But if your support was shit in the bed, you would tell them, "I'm going to the north."
So you're not okay. So I still said I am the white devil, but I sometimes didn't lose.
Yeah, but your fizz was nasty.
Yeah. You know what's funny is me losing was true. I went to Korean PC cafes. I got fucking waxed up and down the country.
That was the only true part.
Yeah, I never really called myself white devil, but I did get fucked up by like.
They're the ones who told you to go to the north.
They shipped me off.
You too.
And then I got to the north and I was still fucking average. I wasn't even like.
Stop auto locking fizz, you shithead.
It's Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, he's pissed at you.
Yeah.
Got any college advice? Any wisdom?
No, I actually thought your stream was pretty good here. We were in college at the same time, right?
2017 or 2013 was my first year.
13 was my last year.
Yeah. Then we were there the same year.
Interesting. We never fucking crossed paths. I was probably at the parties and you were
yeah. Yeah, were you at parties, Big A? Is that what you call those LAN meetups?
Well, it would be sort of like a one-man LAN party. But
yeah. It was a party because you would be boozing up after losing a few.
I would be boozing. I told this story on my stream. I had a roommate, this guy named Chauncey. He's this nice guy. He got super buff during his time in college. We met freshman year. He was friendly. And we were like, let's be roommates sophomore year. So we were roommates. And that's when I got into League sophomore year. And at nights, I started playing League and I started slamming my desk so hard and screaming obscenities like a fucking loser at my teammates that he moved out. Like we went from really good friends and he just like without telling me.
And they were
he just moved out. He like complained a couple times and I was like, yeah, I'll stop. And then I didn't stop and then he just moved out. It's like it was what I never felt worse about gaming in my entire life. I like thought like I quit League for a whole 48 hours after that.
Was there no like conversation? Like, was he not?
No,
like...
we had a conversation. He was like, "Hey, getting really into League there. I can't sleep sometimes when you slam the desk." And I was like, "Yeah, I won't do it. Totally won't."
That's
and then I would
insane.
like stop for a day, and then I just couldn't. So then, it was a real like, what the fuck am I doing moment? But it didn't really change anything afterwards.
I imagine you wouldn't change much about your college. Would you change much about it? Because where you ended up is great.
No, it worked out. Yeah. You
But
can't butterfly effect it, but yeah, I would change that.
Ignoring butterfly effect, just this college temporal, would life have been better if you didn't play League?
Yeah, 100%.
I
Like in
can't.
college,
Yeah.
yeah, I would recommend not getting super into any fucking video game in college. It's not a good idea.
I dead ass
Although-
think getting a shitty
Yeah.
computer that can't play a game is goaded.
Well, I'm literally working on the back to school program for NVIDIA right now, and I urge you all to get a fucking GPU in your laptop.
Back to
It
school
will be-
that maybe 10 series.
You're gonna want to play some Apex Legends. You're gonna want to play Fortnite. These are the popular games amongst the demographic going to college right now.
Sell it to the STEM majors who already have no life. All right.
STEM
If
majors already buy it because they need it for their classes and shit.
arts majors, you're good, dude.
No,
Fucking-
because you can also use video and photo editing with the GPU. It's faster. So
yeah, you can just use like Lightroom.
no, not as good.
No, you
quick.
need that 3090 Lightroom though. Shit, busting. What's the? Do you guys still try to sell old stock? Buy a 980 or something.
There's no 980 laptops. Cringe lord.
Get some real cringy ass one, or throttle your own graphics card like parents did with internet. Just have 800 Chrome browsers running so the game runs bad.
But if you do, if you're a gamer and you can't stop it, join a gaming club or something. Like make friends that don't just do it alone. Yeah, I think that was good advice.
Yeah.
Gaming alone you're gonna really regret that you spent all that money to sit in a small dorm room and game alone for most of the
Solo
hours. It's
queuing
not-
is degenerate. If you're playing even with high school friends, I think that's worthwhile always.
Yeah. People I know that like got really into WoW during college are have big regrets in life for both how they spent their college and how they've wasted money and time on WoW.
Yeah.
I would really I would change that pattern.
I was actually, now that I think about it, a huge Chad in college and became a loser after.
Jesus Christ.
Because all I
Well,
do
yeah,
now,
I guess so. Yeah.
in college, I didn't game at all. I worked out very consistently. I went out once a week. I had clubs that I went to. Now I stay in my fucking basement all day playing video games, gaining weight by the just dozens.
It's funny. I wouldn't call you a huge fucking Chad. You're still a fucking theater kid.
I was
But,
I was the Chad in the theater club.
You were in a fucking improv comedy troupe. You're like fucking Colin Jost. You're not.
No, but this
you
is
know,
like
fucking Tom Brady. You're not.
Yeah,
You're cool.
But this is, sometimes you have to understand that you can either be the small fish in a big pond or the big fish in a small pond,
Yeah, that's your whole strategy.
These
You've
comedy
gone
kids would walk up to me like I was Adonis, dude. They would, they were impressed.
yeah, then you went to a fucking melee club in a fucking basement and you're like
Yeah.
glowing like an angel. Yeah, I get your fucking strategy.
It's
And
genius,
worked.
dude. It
And
worked
now,
like
now you go to Twitch where the fucking hottest guy before was like Scara.
Yeah.
You're like fucking trying to. Yeah, I get it.
I was
I
telling
get
them,
your
I don't know if you
strategy.
heard this. I was not at all for the first 20 years of my life at any way, shape, or form thought to be the hot guy at all, ever. And Slime
In
is the
first
one.
20 years.
First 20 years of my life, yeah.
Mhm.
And then Slime's the one who just set that out as like, he would always be like, oh, Ludwig's so hot, dude. He's so privileged, dude. He's so fucking hot. He'd say it on like commentary in Melee, and it became a Melee thing. And I just went along with it, dude. I was like, yeah, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the Twitch group, outside of fucking, I don't know, Hassan, it's like you and Hassan. Everyone else, I can't think of anyone else who is conventionally attractive on Twitch.
Certainly would not say they put in the hours to the
Of dudes,
to
of
the
dudes,
looks.
Yeah. Oh,
Soda
Myth- Myth's
is
pretty hot.
naturally handsome, and I think puts in very little effort.
He puts zero effort.
Yeah,
right? So
I didn't want to
yeah,
say
there's a lot of
that.
people that are good looking, but like, yeah, soda, like in an alleyway, you might be worried. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You don't know where he's going.
His shirt has too many stains under a black light. You're just terrified.
He's got deep circles under his eyes because he's tired. Yeah, he's not. There's no. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Will Neff's obviously handsome too. So I'm generalizing here. I'm just
Sure.
saying it's a small percent group. Yasuo actually's got a fucking great.
A lot of people do just wake up, get out of bed, and boot up stream. And I've never heard of CeraVe.
What's CeraVe?
You're so fucking greasy, dude. You are so fucking
calling me greasy.
greased up, bro. You're
Fucking
being an
Ari-
understudy for Charlie right now.
Ari touched my hair and she's like, "You're so greasy." Well, recently I was like, "That fucking hurts." all right?
Yeah. You're greased up. It's
'Cause I
CeraVe's
fucking didn't shower for
it's a
day.
face cleanser.
Oh, I thought it was shampoo. I think. Oh, wow. Yeah. My face is fine. Fucking Sniper, get down over here lecturing me on fucking washing
Hey,
my face.
I was
Bro,
back-
there's no SWAT team after me. My face is
Okay.
fine.
All right, dude. Look,
I thought you were talking about hair.
you've had
Yeah,
a
you can
couple
lecture
rear
anyone
up.
on hair.
Next time you have one rear up, ooh, it's curtains, dude. I will not stop bringing up your. I'm gonna bully you like an actual Disney movie. They get dark in Disney, but they bring up like depraved shit, like
They do.
dead relatives
The
and shit.
bullies are well written because you assume all the Disney writers were bullied, so
Yeah,
they're like putting their real life into it.
they bring up like personal, like, hey, you come to school because you don't have your dead dad to drive you, and you'd be like, whoa, that's far, Disney.
Making fun of someone's dead dad is too far. That's
Yeah.
fucking low.
Yeah, is it?
Low, dude. I would
Is there
never
ever a circumstance where you could see it working though?
a roast? Maybe I guess, off the top of my head, I guess a fucking roast where
You
anything
know what?
goes,
I'm
but-
gonna jump in. Not even, maybe. Not even.
Well, you know, I mean, sometimes people get mad when you don't roast them hard enough at a roast.
Uh-huh.
So you gotta.
I don't remember that happening ever. throw
Got
throw off an
really-
example off the top. Where's an example where they didn't roast them hard enough?
You know, I don't watch too many roasts, so I don't know, but I would just imagine that most people being roasted
Yeah.
are all in good fun. They don't take it too seriously. They don't fucking try to brigade their friends later on.
Well, wouldn't go that far. You are carried by Evan Gao anyway.
Okay. Oh, I gotta upload that. Gotta upload that video.
Evan's funny, dude.
Yeah. Well, I've told you my plan is they're all funnier than me, so I just need to get them big enough to where they can start fucking carrying me. They just host me.
Yeah.
They're all younger too. They're younger, funnier, and more motivated. I assume eventually they'll all be big on Twitch, or at least.
Well, that's what I do with
It's
you,
like a-
but unfortunately, you're gonna fucking die soon. I'll put
Did
my
you see
stock
Connor's
into a
tweet?
dying horse. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm referencing.
That's so fucked, dude. I can't believe those Minecraft kids think Phil's is gonna die any fucking day now. He's 33.
Any fucking day, dude. I'll show
Like,
it to chat.
unironically, they're literally worried he might fucking pass.
Yeah, they're 16-year-olds. This is the
Yeah,
this is
but
the
that's so
tweet
fucking
chat.
stupid.
It's gonna be so difficult for me when Phil's at ... I just started watching what happened. Nothing, but he's 33 and he's my comfort streamer. It's just gonna be hard when he, when he quits streaming. Well, that and when he gets old.
It passes.
I
I
like-
hope that's not anytime soon, though.
Yeah.
Like he's on fucking death's row. Like, you're
somehow him
33 at any
quitting-
moment.
It's also funny that him quitting Minecraft and dying are close somehow. Like maybe he'll quit in a couple years and then die 3 years from now. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
It was just shocking.
Well, anyway, I've already been working on the funeral processions. I will be the best man there. No choice, motherfucker.
Better be a good speech.
My
Better
first
be a
line. You
good
want to hear my
speech.
first word?
Yeah, sure. Your first word?
Yeah.
If it's boys, I'm
No.
climbing out of the grave.
No, it's not boys. I wait. Everyone settles down. I go, finally.
Crowd uproars with laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people where I want my funeral to be a happy event. Like, remember the good times. Everyone better be crying. They
You
better
want it to be
sad, they better
somber?
I want it to be somber.
I'm going to get fucked up. I'm going to spike everyone's drink to take like 15 edibles.
Great.
It'll be a good affair.
Magic mangoes.
Yeah, a little magic mango never hurt nobody. I'm such a good actor.
Yeah. And humble.
Yeah,
Stay humble.
I would agree.
Stay humble, stay
What'd you
hungry.
stream today, Big A?
I haven't really planned it yet.
You
Just got
should
off
plan
work.
the next 3 days because I'm not live.
Oh. Yeah, I'll upload this video and start fucking farming.
Farm for the next 3 because I'm going. Do you see the German thing today?
I did. I saw a clip. I haven't seen it yet. But
Goated.
it was live during a meeting. Yeah, it seems. I mean, the setup was fucking crazy. I saw the clip of him doing the shower,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. You got a producer. The whole thing is fucking shot perfect. Yeah, it's crazy. He's nuts.
He's nuts. I'm going to, I'm going to that, right?
Yeah, I think you said that in the Discord. That's hype. You're gonna be a sim or what?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but we're doing rehearsal tomorrow. I'm trying not to. I don't want to fucking. I'm not trying to inject too much
no
Ludwig. You know what I
spoilies,
mean?
No, yeah, just do it.
It's a German thing. I'll just be like a little side character.
That's hype.
I
I think.
then plan the Hitman thing.
Yeah. You're down this weekend or you're gone this weekend?
I could do Sunday. I'm back early.
All right, Sunday we'll do it.
Is
Sunday.
that bros versus pros? People have been saying it's bros versus pros.
Yeah, we'll call it bros versus pros. You and Stans are the bros, and I'm a hybrid, and Link
It's
is
like
the pro.
Bro and Pro versus Bro and Pro.
Yeah.
All right. This would be the
You mean-
first one that not me set up.
Finally. No, actually, I did one, right? I did the one. No, not really.
No, you haven't done one.
Okay, but let's talk about this real quick, actually, because me and Connor and Stans are talking about this on his show. You talk a big fucking. Also, your camera's gone to shit.
Yeah, she's shit in the bed.
Yeah, she's done with.
So you watch a stream?
I was watching. It was good. You talk a bit. You whine. You complain and whine about Bros vs. Bros. Oh, I have to set up everything up. They all pop off for you. Almost every single one is like 1 million plus on your YouTube. The rest of us, we upload fucking 2 weeks early before you. Nothing. It's fucking
What do you got
50K, bro? Bro,
Okay.
I whipped my editors. I literally hired a guy to fly to Quack's house and whip him. And the fucking the speed doesn't matter. I get a little bit, then yours fucking gets 1 million. All right. So you
Bro.
talk a big fucking game. It's for your benefit. You
It
have profited the most. on Bros
Does
vs. Pros.
look? I the only reason I said it actually is because I uploaded the Smash one, and then someone just commented, "Not gonna watch. Watch this on Aatrox's channel."
Dude, I love when fans of mine go to your channel and harass you. I love that. If you're a fan of mine, be sure to keep that up because it's a really cool behavior.
My
harass
favorite one.
my friends anytime I have any ounce of success or do anything early. Harass my friends. That would be good. That
Well,
would be
they
a good-
should do it because then they can get closer to you than we are.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be your friend if you harass my current friends. Put them down to raise
It's
yourself
kind of like
up.
a punch card at a coffee store. If you do it 10 times, Aatrox's like, "All right, I'm showing up to the wedding."
Yeah, if you can type certified Glizzy Hands Classic and other same
I
fucking
can't
memes
even
over and
flame
over.
you for the last Bros vs. Pros because I did steal your thumbnail but made it better.
I don't know if you made it better. I actually think a little bit cringe. I don't wanna say
Okay.
anything.
You wouldn't?
I'm not even
I
capping
mean,
here. Your
doing
your
a
text is a
little
little
bit better.
wonky. Pull them up. Let the stream see.
So this is it's fucking hard to pull up thumbnails. Can I do image? This is mine. Noobs, Mango, and then this is Big A's. And I
mean,
did
in big. I think yours is actually reads better. Is what I'm realizing now. When it's small, yours reads better. I think mine's better.
It would have
if it's
been
big.
good if you didn't have 3 bros, because there's no point in there's no point in having 3. That's,
And also the mango, you can't see it. on
There's
small.
no reason to have
I
the
saw it on
mango
my
either.
phone. It looks good in big though.
Aatrox is 1 million times better. They're doing it again.
Nice, dude. Yes.
This is
Punch
what
that
he
one.
needed.
I'm punching those.
There you go, D-Docs. It's lined up.
We have a call tomorrow. I can't do 11.
Yes,
by the
sir.
way, I found out. I got.
I can do fucking whenever. I'll make it happen.
So we got some shit to talk about.
We haven't had a dog talk in a minute.
We haven't had a dog.
And
talk
I
in
actually
a minute.
100% blame Stans.
I love the blame stance. He's not here.
The real person to blame is us because he's the one who sets it up and waits an hour.
Yeah.
But now he's been doing this thing where he goes live consistently at like 11.
Yeah.
And I wake up and he's already live and we can't talk.
He also does his thing because Stans knows that we'll be late. So he'll be like, let's meet at 2:30. And he has no intention of showing up. But he'll show up for 8 seconds or go live right at 2:30. And he knows we weren't there on time. So he's played the game to perfection, but he's not actually ready.
Yeah, he's
like
a chump check.
If we were to actually show up and be ready at 2:30, he'd be like, oh, I can't do it. But
I think
but
he would
knows
delay
we
his stream, but he just banks on the fact that we won't show up and he's always right. So we
Yeah,
can't
he's
ever
always
talk
right.
shit.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. But we got to talk about how you. Well, first of all, congrats on the yard. I gotta get the yard's been fucking flames. I think everybody in the chat is not watching the yard. You're missing out.
Have you
It's
listened to it a bit?
Actually, I listened to every one. I
No
haven't got the
shot.
Patreon yet. I've listened to every single one. No cap. It's super funny.
I used to listen to every esports one. Like, yeah, the yard's been fire.
I'm actually not capping when I think it's super funny. I don't know. The chemistry's just good. Your set's good.
I told my chat I think it could be bigger than my stream, and they're all like, "No shot." But I think it could be big.
I mean, literally first episode out of the gate, 200K listeners, something like that on YouTube alone. Probably way more on everything else.
Mhm.
That's crazy. That's big time podcast.
Yeah,
and plus, podcast monetization's better than. It's just more advanced than like stream monetization. So
It's very streamlined. You want to hear something embarrassing though?
What?
We're 36th biggest comedy podcast, and
That's insane.
and 35th is Tommy Innett's podcast.
I
And
didn't know he had one.
It's not his. It's a fan that uploads his story times to Spotify.
Oh my god.
And that is one. He has no control over it, and it's one bigger than us.
I've been saying how I think Tommy Innit was built in a lab to be a content creator. I think he's so far ahead of the game for his age. It's kind of insane.
Dude, I pulled from like 100 creators to get where I was, and then he just pulled from me and then did it like 10 times better
Yeah,
in like a month.
I don't know. He's really good at it. I don't, it's not really my type of content, but I just know like if anyone in Minecraft's still going to be around in fucking 5-10 years, it's him. Like he's just built for it. He's already diversified into vlogs and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just super impressed. I
Dude,
think
his
he's
vlog
like,
channel's also huge too.
yeah, it's massive.
Cutie
And he's,
watches
like,
every
so
vlog.
Fucking young. Like if you're in chat and you are like 18 to 24 and you think I got time, no, you don't. If you're older than Tommy Innit and you haven't made it, it's over. You're already a failure.
You should not go to college anymore. You should
Yeah.
just work at Amazon. You should be a
should
drone.
give up. Yeah.
Tommy has made
if
it.
anyone younger than you makes it, you should always feel like it's over. Like there's no shot. Your time's over.
Okay, now this actually hurts me because I feel this every day. I watched the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes and
I
cried.
get so annoyed. People, I like seriously think that when they're like, "Oh, Billie Eilish is famous," I feel so old or something like that.
At a
Like,
certain
bitch, you're
point, when
fucking
most people
19.
are older than you, that's when it's scary. Like when I watched the Olympics and most people were younger than me, that was like I was like, whoa.
Yeah, your Olympic dreams are over. I hate to break that to you. I found out
Well,
the news.
I wouldn't count me out, dude. I've always thought of myself as a fucking, shuttlecock champion.
And also, people don't realize that, in terms of ages, athletes and celebrities are the most likely to peak young, like to be famous young. So if you're comparing yourself to them and you don't want to be an athlete or celebrity, you're insane. Like, yeah, you have plenty of fucking time. The guy that founded McDonald's was like 55, bro. So it's too late for me because I'm fucking 78. But outside of that, you guys got time.
Yeah, they are also known for dying super young. That's like the 27 thing, like all actors and like musicians, like
And streamers.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not. That would be fucking. Imagine there's just a wave of streamers.
All
just
freak
freak accidents.
You 27's coming up,
dude. I'm nervous about 27. When
Subathon
27
round
comes
2.
up and you got a Wikipedia page, it's like a 50-50.
No, but all those 27 clubs were people who did fucking cool fucking rock star shit. What are you gonna die from? Fucking.
I do coke with slime when I end the yard.
No, you don't. You probably sip a Diet Coke with slime.
Wait, we did the yard
But there's
last
too much
episode
sugar.
after taking an edible. Who knows if the next one's on heroin after that? Where's that snowball? How does that escalate? You know what I mean?
That would be wild. You guys should do one episode on heroin just to see where it goes.
10K Patreon members. I said I would do one crystal meth. Nothing
just
crazy.
to get Nick to break straight edge once, and it's fucking black tar heroin.
Just for one episode. All right, I gotta fix this piece of shit cam and get ready for High Bind.
Your cam's gone nuts. All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, have a good one.
We got to talk tomorrow, though.
I will 100% be free because I'm literally
All right, we'll figure it
traveling to do the German thing.
All right, peace.
Peace. Oh, I gotta piss. Dude, this camera is fucked up, chat. What's going on? What's the matter? All right, chat. I'm going to take a quick piss because I'm overflowed. I have to emergency try to get XQC to answer because he has not answered anyone, and Hive Mind people are freaking out. All right. What is up, boys? Let Xer take XQC spot. No shot. I imagine if he can't make it last second, we'd probably try to get Maya or someone from the last ep. Is the art on Amazon Music? Is that a thing where podcasts exist? What the? I don't think so. I don't know. I have not seen the Pokemon Presents, but I kind of want to look at it right now. We no longer have time for unusual memes. Hello. You need me to open this? Yeah. You need a man to open it? Can you say it in the mic?
I need a strong man to open it.
This thing right here. This jar. Here you go. Here you go.
Thank you.
No worries. Just a man doing man stuff. No worries. Day in the life of a man. That smelled like garlic. Mags, hope you have a great episode of Hive Mind. If you have time, or can you message on Disc? I have a quick question, but we're not friends there, so I can't message. Lamau. Are we on Twitter? DM me on Twitter. Twitter better. Smile face. What do you think, it's staged so you guys think highly of me? You don't follow me? I've opened DMs, and then I'll see your DM, and then I'll follow you back because I'll see the DM. Five head. How is the frame rate so dog shit in a pre-planned trailer? Like, why don't they just make it? Okay, so far it kind of looks like Sword and Shield with more regions. Lion King shit. Pretty sure this reminds me of Naruto Clash of Ninjas 2. But I did love that game. Oh shit! That was kind of dope. Dude!
Something evil is happening in the world of Pokemon. You must find out what it is and stop it.
Hmm. Interesting. When is it meant to come out? Oh, that's not too far away. I would say it looks so bad that it will have to be carried by gameplay, which I actually don't think is one of Pokemon's strong suits. I think Pokemon in general actually has pretty resident sleeper gameplay. It doesn't look so bad. Am I crazy for thinking this? Is this a crazy take? I am surprised it looks as bad as it does. I don't know.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also...
I think this just looks better than this. That's all. You know? Breath of the Wild looks better. I know Breath of the Wild's like a main title game, but it doesn't. Game Freak isn't exactly broke, and they also had 5 years of technology, and so I don't know. But you know, as long as it's fun to play, the thing is, just Pokemon is really not that fun. Like Pokemon is made fun through additional challenges, but raw base Pokemon is like pretty boring shit. It's a lot of random wild battles you have to deal with. I guess they're eliminating all of that, which is kind of dope. It'd be cool if you could die. Like if every time you get hit, you just fucking die. And then you like set up your own battles. Like that seems kind of dope. It's weird how they removed the already existing mechanics of Pokemon and it added, what was it, like strong style, angle style? I don't know what that is. That was confusing. That confuses me. Watch from 4:16 and on.
Next, we have some... That was the latest trailer for Pokemon Legends. Let's take a closer look at some of the elements introduced in the video.
Pokemon Legends Arceus is a brand new title that opens new doors for the Pokemon series by fusing action with RPG elements. Your adventure takes place in a region known as Hisui, during a long ago era when it was rare for people to live in harmony alongside Pokemon. Mount Coronet towers over the center of the land, with sprawling, diverse, natural environments surrounding the mountain on all sides. These different areas are home to a rich variety of Pokemon ecosystems. In the future, this land of Hisui will come to be known as the Sinnoh region. You'll set out on an adventure with the goal of completing the first ever Pokedex for the Hisui region. The bustling Jubilife Village will be the base for your adventures. It's home to the Galaxy Expedition Team, made up of people from various other regions, with divisions such as the Medical Corps, the Security Corps, and the Survey Corps, which researches Pokemon. Professor Laventon's field of study is the ecology of Pokemon. He came to the Hisui to seize the entire Galaxy team. The duty of the Survey Corps is to observe and catch Pokemon live all over the planet on its speed stat gain the upper hand in battle. When you report the results of
Your skip mechanics. Well, I think hearing mechanics and playing is different. I'm not that torqued to hear about the specific mechanics. Past an important part. Look, I think no matter what, the fact is I will play it when it comes out. That's just it. I'm just going to fucking play it when it comes out like every goddamn Pokemon game. I don't need to be sold on it because I will play it. I even played Pokemon Snap for a day. If I play through all of Sword and Shield, I'll play through this game.
Long ago,
this is dope. If you guys haven't seen this,
came to this village and entrusted our ancestors with this. Its power and responsibility now lie with you.
You've been guided by the Force since you were born.
At last, the moment arrives.
It's the first time I've confronted such darkness. Something ancient and sinister.
We're going to be a proper family.
Let's make this our best show ever!
フォースと共にあらんこと。
I accept this responsibility.
dude, nobody like an anime studio to absolutely nail a fight scene. Because, like, half the Star Wars movies' fight scenes are dog shit. 4, 5, and 6? Fucking dog shit, dude. The fight between Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader, on God, was the cringiest thing in cinema history. I think there were some good fights in the prequels. But I don't think it'll compare to what you can do in anime. Anime fights? We did an anime fight tier list. Anime fights go dumb hard. So I think it'll be hype. You know that also gets me torqued about is maybe one day Mickey Mouse going into public domain. Because then anime studios could just make shit from it rather than having to partner up. If Star Wars was just actually in the public domain. One day. Please. Okay, boys, I wanted to do a TikTok time, but I don't think I'll have time. So maybe I'll record one while I am at this shoot. But I got to end so I can fix my camera so I can go live for Hive Mind. So I'm going to wrap up. I'll be literally back in 15 minutes. They'll probably push my shit live. And then I'll be live for our season finale of Hive Mind. Or I guess our penultimate finale. But I'll be back in a little bit for Hive Mind. XQC will be there. Confirmed X is going to be there. So Hive Mind finale featuring XQC, Small Ant, Connor Eats Pants, and Bad Boy Halo. You don't need to add Charlie's name in Hivemind because it's implied. He literally is the heart and soul of Hivemind. All right, boys. I am going to briefly end. I'll be right back. If you guys aren't going to hang out for Hivemind, no worries. Thanks for hanging out for the advice stream. Hopefully I said some wise shit. A lot of people, including myself, make up half the shit I say. I don't know if it actually makes sense or not. I wrote down a few things on a notepad that I thought would make sense for you guys, but I don't know. Maybe I was just farming content. Nothing I said actually helps. I don't know. I won't know these answers. But maybe it did. And if it did, that's cool. If you are starting college, it'll work out. Even a fuck up like Atrioc who solo queued League every day so hard and raged so badly that his roommate moved out. One of the most successful people I know. So don't stress too much if you can help it. See you later, guys. Be back in like 30 minutes. Bye-bye.